down and missed for strike three. On 2-2, there goes the base runner. It is lined right to the shortstop. Kenny Noe leaps up and snags it in midair. Matt Tabbitt make it 2 scoreless frames tonight. 16 overall in the summer. Maltasio with a good secondary lead over there in scoring position. He's not going. That is hooked over the head of the third baseman, Huber. It'll give Norwich the lead. It's an RBI knock for Kenny Noe. Gets it done. Ready to work on 1-2. It is taken for strike three. Got him with a big curveball. Say goodnight to the Lake Monsters. Norwich wraps it up, a 7-3 win. That has been his swing this summer. 2-2. On the ground it is through the left side, a base hit. TJ Bayer gives Norwich the lead. The throw home is wide. It'll go all the way to the backstop, and Bayer will go marching into third. The 3-2 again. It is cut on and missed. Struck him out. Say goodnight to the Lake Monsters. The Sea Unicorns take 2 of 3 from the first place Vermont Lake Monsters here in this 3-game set. On 24 innings as a freshman, his 1-2. This is lifted in the air. It is carrying out to left field, out by the wall. It is gone. Matt Park clears the deck for the first time this summer. Wallops a 2-out home run over the wall in left field, and the Sea Unicorns have taken the lead right back. It's 3-2. AIT, the throw from Miller to third was a good one, and Matt Park applies the tag on time. It erases Deserald. The 2-2, that is crushed out to left field. Out by the wall, it is gone! CJ Nolan clears the deck in left field, and the Sea Unicorns strike right back to tie the game. Wallops it over the wall in left field. His second of the summer. It's 4-4 in the 4th inning. That's right back up the middle. It's a base hit. Colby Region is going to give the wave at third for Jackson Powers. He scores. RBI base hit, David Pengel. And the Sea Unicorns have taken the lead. It's 5-4. The pitch, that is lined to left field, racing in, diving out there is Jackson Powers. What a play by the Norwich left fielder. That saves a couple of runs. Up in the inning for Norwich. It has been a productive one. Powers, a high fly ball, deep into the right. It is gone. Jackson Powers leaves the station. It is a go-ahead 2-run home run, and it is a 6-4 Norwich lead. We salute all of our military men and women in attendance here tonight. Delivery home off the end of the bat, down the right field line. It's a fair ball. It's going to roll out to the wall. This is going to clear the bases. Taylor Kaufman has entered the party tonight. It's a 13-4 Norwich lead. The righties pitch home, popped him up in right field. TJ Bayer moving in. He's underneath it. He'll make the catch on it. Tagging from second, going to third is Mercado. And the tag, it is in time! TJ Bayer, are you kidding me? Say goodnight to the Bravehearts. The Sea Unicorns celebrate on Military Appreciation Night.
What does this mean to not only to you, but this organization?
It means everything, man. I'm tingling just thinking about it, man. All these fans, all the military people here, man. It means everything. It means the world. This place is awesome.
Three years ago, history was made.
Mix and deals. Swing and a miss. There it is. It's over. The Sea Unicorns win. The Futures League runs through the Rose City.
2 years ago, they proved they could do it again. Third, he's gonna come all the way home and score! The Norwich Sea Unicorns are back-to-back Future League champions. In 2025, a dynasty was born. A bouncer, Walsh charges in, he snaps it across the diamond. Say goodnight to the Bees. 3 straight championships in the Rose City. Now the Sea Unicorns set sail for another chapter.
It was a bigger file today. It was close to it was almost double the size for some reason. I don't know why.
Norwich Sea Unicorns are back at home. It's a busy week at Dodd Stadium. Good evening, baseball fans. Adam Plager, Logan Rundy with you as always. It's the Capital Property Group Sea Unicorns pregame show. Glad to have you along for the ride on a Monday night. Not sure if you can believe it. We're already into the middle of July. It's game 39 of the summer, just 21 to go. And the race to the playoff hunt, it's heating up right now.
Well, it's never been closer throughout the year. All three teams are within, I believe it's 2.5 games of each other, at least in the bottom half of the table. Vermont's pretty much taken a commanding lead at the top. I believe they're 7 games up on New Britain. So the top of the table has been pretty much determined at this point in the summer. It's all about slots, probably 3 through 7, and that's just a whole big mess.
It certainly is a big mess right now. Good news is Norwich is coming back home to Dodd Stadium today and tomorrow. 6 of the 7 games this week are going to be at home, and that is good news for Norwich. They've won 4 straight here in the Rose City. 6-2 in their last 8. Troubles right now on the road. The good thing is they get a reset because right after that it is the All-Star break.
It is, and it's going to be at home right before the All-Star break. Hopefully they can take 4 or 5 games this week, ideally. At the very worst, you got to come out of it 500 and be exactly where you started to begin the week, which is totally fine. You got to find a way to win that game down in Lowell, which has been ever so troublesome throughout the year. So this week's got to be a 4-3 or better week, in my opinion.
Well, speaking of the Lowell Spinners, they're making their way back to Dodd Stadium. Third time this summer we see the Spinners in the Rose City, and it is an opponent that has been troublesome, to say the least, for Norwich. They have dictated the terms of this series, and they will meet with them 3 times this week. Boy, that is an opponent in a matchup we've talked about. They got to flip the script.
Well, they do, and the same with Nashua, who we'll see tomorrow night. Being able to beat Lowell tonight is going to be huge, whether that be, through offense, defense, whether through the small ball. They just have to find a way to beat them to gain some confidence. Last night probably took all the confidence out of those sails with the 7-inning mercy rule down in Lowell, but again, you kind of got to give it right back to them tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let's go inside the matchup against the Lowell Spinners. This is the 6th meeting of the summer. Get that matchup graphic up there on your screen. We go inside the table here. Spinners are 4-1 against Norwich, but we've analyzed it. We love crunching numbers on our pregame show. How about the runs scored by Lowell? 45 in the matchup, and yesterday a big part of it with 13.
It was, but there were 4 errors to allow some of those runs to come in. A 5-run second inning yesterday. They came off an error. That's all with 2 outs as well, right? Norwich has not played well defensively against Lowell all year. However, the bats for Lowell, I'll give them credit, have been rolling when it has been important.
Norwich is hitting .314 as a team against the Spinners. However, Lowell did them one better. .324 is the Spinners' offense, and boy, are they hard to contain.
They are hard to contain, but if you give them extra chances, they're even harder to contain, right? I mean, that average is probably much lower without the errors because the bats are just simply lower. Finding a way to play defense and control what you can control is going to be what the recipe for success is tonight.
We were talking about team defense, and here is the glaring one. Norwich just a .928 fielding percentage in the matchup against Lowell. Spinners fielding close to 1,000, .993, and that is a huge difference in the matchup. Well, you can't give this team extra outs.
Well, you can, especially with that average being north of 320. Being able to put the ball in play, they don't strike out very often, and they do a really good job of elevating the baseball. At this park, it's not helpful as much as it is in Lowell. It's a little bit shorter of a porch down at the Lasher Field. When you got 400 feet all the way around, it plays to Norwich's advantage. You got to have those wins here at home.
Yeah, they also have swatted, though, 2 home runs. You go back to that game earlier this summer where they won it 7-6. They have a lot of home run power in their lineup, very balanced. But there's not just the Lowell Spinners in the Futures League. It is time to take a look at our updated Futures League standings as we enter Game 39. So close to that 40th game of the summer. And the Futures League standings certainly taking shape at the top. It has been Vermont's conference all summer. They are rolling right now, winners of 11 straight.
Yeah, they're 7 up total, but I believe they're 18 games above 500, which is unbelievable. It's
19.
19, excuse me. That's unheard of, right? Especially in a league like this where you have so many guys that are leaving, especially on that Vermont team. They had 3 selections yesterday from guys that have played there over the last 3 years in the MLB draft. So finding, a way to beat them is going to be difficult. However, you're not looking for the first seed. All you got to do is sneak in, as we've learned in the previous summers. Find a way to get in that 4th, 3rd spot, and you'll just be fine.
Let's speak about sneaking in. New Britain has won 2 in a row. They are 21-16, and here is where it becomes a mess. The Silver Knights are 500. They did lose yesterday. New Britain did help out. The Sea Unicorns took down the Silver Knights. Nashua is 19-19, and a half game behind them is the Worcester Bravehearts in the final playoff spot, 19-20. The Sea Unicorns now 4 games under 500, 17-21, and immediately behind them is the Lowell Spinners, and that is going to be a familiar opponent for Norwich, and certainly high stakes all week. Lowell now playing 10-7 baseball over their last 17 games, has them with 16 wins overall and 25 losses, in the Starfires still in the cellar, 13-23. But you spoke about it, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's not a lot of separation.
There really isn't. And speaking of Westfield's actually played the least amount of games this year in the Futures League. A lot of weather they've run into. However, they have been hot at times as well. Westfield was above Norwich for a few days there, a couple weeks back, and then Norwich jumped in, had a good week a couple weeks back. And then you find another situation with Lowell. Lowell's a team that, frankly, you haven't been able to beat very much this summer, and they're surging all at the same time, as you mentioned, 10-7. It's great baseball from them right now, and the offense has been better than I've seen all year.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And you spoke about it, a lot of balance in their lineup, and an opponent that has held the upper hand. And the same for Nashua. It's 4 of the 7 games this week are against both of those clubs. How do you not allow yourself to look too deep into the matchup and just take care of business?
Well, you got to go take it one day at a time, right? You can't win every game that you need to get back when you're 4 games under in 1. You have to just go, okay, we're going to beat Lowell tonight. Tomorrow night we'll beat Nashville. Then we'll go back. Days off, with the exception of the back-to-back from yesterday and today, with both teams. So find a way to beat them, a little sour taste in their mouth, and then you come in and kick them in the teeth a few days later.
The Sea Unicorns are entering the meat grinder of their schedule. That also means the MLB draft has already passed us by, and some fun news to share. A couple of Sea Unicorns were selected both in the 10th round yesterday. Matt Bucciero, taken by the Chicago White Sox, pick 285. And Andrew Gaines, a part of the 2024 Sea Unicorns, selected by the Milwaukee Brewers. And that was one that really pops out at you. He was not on many draft boards, but plenty of talent and lots of potential in his right arm. Taken 311th by the Milwaukee Brewers. Exciting to see a couple of guys go in that 10th round.
It really is. And Matt Bucciero is the reigning MAC Player of the Year, now known as the Metro Conference. He had an incredible year. A guy that was so hard to get out. He hit the home run all over the field, and he was one of the hardest strikeouts in the Metro Conference over the past year. And then you take a guy that can play anywhere on the field as well, mostly at first base and the outfield. That's so versatile, especially at the highest level.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We did see him play in that Northeast Prospects game as well on the Yankee scout team, a guy that played in the draft league this summer in Trenton, and he tore it up there as well. He was a big part of that 2023 championship team that won the first Futures League championship in Norwich history, and he was a huge part of their offense.
He was, and when he was back here in Norwich, it was more so putting the ball in play, putting it in the field. Now he turned into a 5-tool
power hitter.
Exactly. The home runs have come at an innumerable mass over the last couple of years, especially in college and wherever he's played. He played at Danbury with the Westerners and the NECBL for a little bit as well. He's just been awesome to see, and the defense has been something that has upticked significantly since he was here.
How about we talk a little Andrew Gaines on the rubber boy? Does he throw gas? 94, 95 on his fastball. Certainly went island hopping throughout the transfer portal. Began his collegiate career at Iona. Moved to Pitt this past season at St. Joseph's, and that is where he earned himself draft status, and he was selected by the Milwaukee Brewers, pick 311. I think that is going to be a stunner of the draft, if you ask me. Go back to that 2024 season. Boy, it felt like when he came into the ball game, the night was over for the other side.
It really did, and he had electric stuff. That fastball obviously moves, and the off speed is what I look at. MLB guys can hit fastballs. It's that simple. Aroldis Chapman is a great example of that now with the Boston Red Sox, but he's bounced around between the Cubs, the Yankees, etc. And being able to have a fastball is great, but it gets figured out over time. These guys are so good. It's going to be the off-speed stuff for Gaines. It's going to get him up to the show fast.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And just the demeanor that he carries with himself on the rubber, plays with a ton of confidence, and it is so fun to watch him. I mean, you see him out there on the rubber, 6 feet 5 inches, 235 pounds, and boy, does he have an MLB-ready frame.
Oh, he's got an MLB ready frame, but it's now, can he take his game to the next level, right? He's been bouncing around. He will be in that system for a little while now. That Brewer system is a good one, and it's one that breeds good arms, right? If you take a look, Adrian Hauser, right? Jacob Mizorowski, just a couple guys in the league right now that have been brought up through that Brewers system. It's been an unbelievable ride for them, and Gaines is looking to have a similar result.
He certainly is. ERA for him was sub-2 in the Futures League, and that strikeout rate certainly eye-popping stuff. Some news to share as well. Not in the draft, but selected as a free agent signing, Aiden Cox. Four games. Norwich Sea Unicorn baseball is on the air from Dodd Stadium. Adam Plager alongside Logan Rundy, game 39 of the summer for the Sea Unicorns. Our apologies with some of our technical difficulties with our pregame show tonight, but either way, no technical difficulties for the Lowell offense. They have been rolling right now. 13 runs on the big board yesterday and a Mercy Rule victory, the second consecutive time against Norwich at Lasher Park. But the Sea Unicorns have been a far improved team at home, 6-2 over their last 8 games at Dodd Stadium. And Logan, another important contest tonight.
It is an important contest, and I think it's even more important to set the tone for the week, right? This is Monday. You have to find a way to win tonight, tomorrow. I mean, if you go on the road and compete, that's a win, and then you got to take at least 2 on the weekend. You got to take 4 of these games at home out of the 6.
No doubt about that. Let's take a look at our Sea Unicorns starting lineup here today. It is designed by the manager of the Norwich Sea Unicorns, Kenny Noe. Will lead it off. He is the shortstop. TJ Bayer bats second in right field. Matt Park hits third at third base. Jackson Powers is the designated hitter. John Bureau batting fifth in left field. Bryce Miller in the 6th place spot does the catching. Brandon O'Neill is at second base batting 7th. Jack Treat, he hits 8th with David Pengel up the middle in center field.
Yeah, it's a great lineup. To be able to come out with that lineup out here and to start off the tone like that, a lot of guys that have played well. Kenny Noe at the top, TJ Bayer, the top 2 guys have been excellent. Matt Park is starting to find it a little bit. Jackson Powers has probably been the best player on this roster for the last 2 weeks. John Bureau, the youngster, trying to figure it out between left field and first base. He's getting more time out in the outfield today. Bryce Miller has been excellent ever since he came on just a couple of weeks ago. He's behind the dish. He played right field yesterday. Nice versatility out of him. And you got Brandon O'Neill, who's played a lot of third base. He'll move over to second base, probably in the absence of Mike Fiataroni. He's going to be gone for the next 9 games. Jack Treat, the youngsters over at first base, showing a lot of good flashes, especially picking the baseball. And then David Pengel has been really the second leadoff hitter in the 9 spot. He's out in center, one of the fastest guys in the Futures League. Just about ready to go here at Dodd Stadium. Sea Unicorns just about ready to take the field as they come in 4 games under the Mendoza line at 17-21. Lowell's right on their tail. They're right at 16-25. The only reason they're not closer in the standings is due to the fact that Lowell has played a few more games than Norwich. Norwich has played in a few rainouts this year. Lowell has been lucky with the weather. Westfield's down at the bottom. They've played the least amount of games in the Futures League.
Direct your attention behind the home plate. Performing the ends of this evening, please welcome Cameron Rooney.
Let's send it to the national anthem right behind home plate.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Cameron. And now,
Back here at Dodd Stadium, just about ready for first pitch. Logan Rundy, Adam Plager, play-by-play Plager, better known as Matt Tabbitt looks to take the ball to start the homestand against 6 out of the next 7 here at Dodd Stadium.
Let's take a look at Matt Tabbitt. There are his numbers as of late for the Sea Unicorns. ERA resting now at a 4.15 through his first 26 innings worked, but it has been a tale of 2 summers for Matt Tabbitt. Here is how things have gone, Logan. ERA 11.25 over his last 3 compared to an ERA just at 1. He allowed the 2 earned runs over his first 18 innings worked and really trying to get back to form here against a Spinners offense firing on all cylinders.
You really want to be able to get back to form, especially in a ballpark that favors you. Matt Tabbitt's a guy that pitches to contact. This is a contact ballpark. The fence is almost 400 feet around in every single area except the 2 tight corners. And that's it. You put the ball on the ground, let these outfielders run, use that space. He's going to be really successful tonight.
Opponent's hitting 156 against him those first 4, 278 in those last 3 outings. We meet the Lowell Spinners starting 9, designed by their manager, Kevin Grabber, whose group is playing 10-7 baseball over their last 17 ball games. Xander Bratspis, the shortstop, he will lead it off. Batting second in center field, Quinn Murphy. Cam Biller not in the lineup yesterday. He'll handle the first base duties. He is a dangerous bat in the lineup for the Spinners offense. Aiden Driscoll is the designated hitter, batting fourth. Jordan Henriquez, who the Sea Unicorns punched out 3 times yesterday, back in the starting 9. He'll hit fifth at the hot corner. Marco Zerpolo is in there batting 6th in left field. Bottom third of the order, Fletcher Waterman does the catching, hitting 7th. David Vanderzowen played in the Northeast Prospect scheme. He'll hit 8th. and Quincy Kerr at second base. He rounds it out today for Lowell. Matt Tabbitt ready to go. He'll make his 8th start of the summer. It's Adam Plager and Logan Rundy with you right here on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and on the Wax. So we say hello to everyone across the state of Connecticut tuned into Sea Unicorns Futures League Baseball. Tabbitt's first delivery home is popped up a mile high. Moving on to the infield grass, Jack Treat will haul it in, and 1 pitch, 1 out. An effective start. We meet the Norwich defensive alignment here on this Monday night. Around the diamond defensively, it is Matt Park at third. The shortstop, Kenny Noe. We did just meet Jack Treat. He is at first with the second baseman tonight for Norwich. Is Brandon O'Neill. If I could read my own writing, that would be awesome. In left field for Norwich, the outfield left to right. John Bureau in left, David Pengel up the middle and center, and T.J. Bayer in right. It is Bryce Miller doing the catching with Matt Tabbitt, his first pitch out of the zone. Missing to Quinn Murphy, and that is efficiency, and that's what you were hoping for today.
Yeah, of course. Matt Tabbitt's last start, June 23rd at Worcester. 2 innings, had 3 hits, 3 earned, and 4 earned runs.
That was on July 5th, I believe, against the Lake Monsters. Went an inning and 2/3. He allowed 5 earned runs. All those were earned runs, 3 hits. He walked 5 in that outing. Or check that. He walked 4 in that ball game. It is a 2-1 count, and the walk rate is up now. 7 walks issued over those last 3 outings to the 5 strikeouts. He's back in the count, 2 balls and a strike on Quinn Murphy. He's in center field here today. Fastball clocks in on the outside corner. Wilton, Connecticut local is Tabbitt, and you spoke in the opener with us today about getting back to pitching to contact and trusting the defense behind him to make the plays.
Yeah, you talk about it, and the big thing is the errors have to go down after 4 last night against Lowell as Tabbitt misses up top. Finding a way to be more consistent. There have been flashes this year where this defense has been really good. With this lineup specifically, it is a very good defensive alignment. Just a handful of errors from the guys on the field right now. So Tabbitt's got a great defense behind him. He's got to use it.
Murphy batting in the lefty box. The red batting gloves. The full count pitch. He lost them. It's a 6-pitch walk to Murphy. And there is a 1-out base runner for Cam Biller.
Real dangerous here, 3, 4, 5. Biller, Driscoll, Enriquez. A lot of power. And that's the thing for Matt Tabbitt. Can he lower the amount of walks? It's, over the last few starts, he's had 7 walks and only 5 strikeouts. You never want that walk number to be a little bit more than that strikeout. So he's got to find a way to really hone it in and find the strike zone.
For an outing with the Spinners trying to catch Norwich in the race. Now 6th in the Futures League. Biller is at first base today. He swatted a home run last time these teams met in Lowell, not yesterday, but that prior meeting. It was a 3-run home run. This is a fly ball popped up. Shallow left field. Long run out there for Bureau. It'll be the shortstop, Noe, taking charge, and he dropped it out by the chalk line, and aboard in scoring position at second is Biller. It's an error committed by the Norwich shortstop, and there is a man in scoring position. Runners are at first and second with 1 out, and boy, the defense faltering behind Tabbitt, and this is an important spot for him to pick up his defense.
I think I've been a jinx the last 3 games, and I apologize to all Sea Unicorns fans about that. I think Thursday night it happened twice where I talked about great defense and then unfortunate errors occurred, but that's one that has to be had. Kenny will tell you the same thing, and with Matt Tabbitt, who hasn't been the best over the last 4 starts, it is fouled off by Driscoll behind the plate. You have to play defense for him. He's making good pitches so far early in this game, and to have a pop-up, and I understand the win's a factor, but you had all the leather on that ball.
A unfortunate bounce for the Sea Unicorns. No balls and 1 strike is the count on the left-handed hitting Aiden Driscoll. Back in the starting 9 for Lowell. Breaking ball spins down low. Good block by Miller. Guy that brings a lot of energy behind the plate, and Zach Gitcher allows his catchers to call their games. And Something you don't normally get to do at the collegiate level. More times than not, it is the pitching coach handling it, but this is about growth and taking the next step in player development. Another pitch downstairs for ball 2, and Driscoll in a hitter's count, 2 balls and a strike. Men are at first and second, Biller at first, and Murphy at second. Norwich with that 1-out walk and the 1-out air have a couple of men on. Lowell trying to punch through in the early goings against Matt Tabbitt. He is set. On 2-1. Little dribbler back over the mound. That is back up the middle for a base hit. The wave at third. Murphy will come around and score. RBI knock, Aiden Driscoll. And it is a 1-0 Lowell lead.
Yeah, that's what errors will do to you. You should be 2 outs and only a runner on first. And it would have been station to station, like Biller and Driscoll just did. And now you're in a situation with 2 outs. You could have been, but now it's only 1 out. You have 2 runners on, one of which is in scoring position.
Here is Jordan Henriquez. Heading to his sophomore year at Dayton, was a redshirt his rookie year. Chopper to third, picked up by Park, snaps to second for 1, relay throw to first. It is gobbled up by Jack Treat, and the Sea Unicorns turn a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. It is a 1-0 Lowell lead. The Norwich offense when we come back. Sea Unicorns Baseball is streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the home half of the first inning, and the Norwich offense trying to respond. Kenny Noe, TJ Bayer, and Matt Parker at the top of the order, hoping to begin the Sea Unicorns offense today. Jackson Powers hitting a crisp .480 in the month of July. He is our featured Sea Unicorn on that graphic here today, Logan, and that is the man you want to see bat with men in scoring position.
Oh, it sure is. 3-game hitting streak, .480 here, month of July, 12-25, especially against Lowell. Those Spinners haven't been able to hold him down, 8 for 15. That's good for 5.33 average, but more importantly, those 7 RBIs.
There is a two-way player on the mound here today. Hayden Schmoller is on the rubber today for the Lowell Spinners. Get a look at his stats so far this summer for Lowell. He is pitching to a ERA locked in there at 8.75. 0-3 record, make his 9th appearance of the summer, his 7th start. 23 2/3 of an inning worked. The 16 strikeouts to the 16 walks. And a chance here today for Norwich to try and really get rolling offensively.
Got to get rolling, especially with the offense that Lowell produced yesterday and earlier in this game. Last appearance for Schmoller, July 6th at Nashua, 4 innings, 4 hits, a run. That was earned. 2.25 ERA in that start. As Noe starts off the evening, seeing strike 1.
This is a ball game the Sea Unicorns desperately need in the win column. 4 games under 500 in this Spinners group. Wearing their camo tops, the red numerals on the back. And the gray bottoms with the red piping down the side. And the Sea Unicorns in their home whites. Once again, as always, gold numbers on the back. Sea Unicorn scripture across the chest. And the navy blue piping down the side of the white bottoms. The pitch. Noe swats it away, foul for strike 2. Noe batting .317 on the summer, and a guy that has cooled off a little bit here in the month of July. At one point was surging at the plate, hitting in the mid 370s. Protecting with 2 strikes. The 1-2 home on the ground, soft roller, pouncing on it. Going to be a tough play. And Noe, who runs well, is going to leg out an infield single. And Norwich has the leadoff man on. So Noe with a little bit of small ball execution will bring up TJ Bayer with the man on. Around the diamond, we meet the Spinners defense. Over at third, Jordan Henriquez. The shortstop, Xander Bratspis. On the right side of the infield, Quincy Kerr at second, Cam Biller at first. The outfield from left to right, Marco Zerpolo, Quinn Murphy, and David Vanderzowen, with Fletcher Waterman making his debut against the Sea Unicorns in this season matchup. He's behind the plate doing the catching with the right-hander on the rubber here today, Hayden Schmoller out of the University of Maine in Exeter, New Hampshire, missing for ball 1.
New Hampshire guy being able to come down here to Connecticut, competitive over in the NECBL, in the Cape Cod League, but the Futures League is where he made his choice. That ball's on the ground, is short.
Going to be a tough play handled by Bratspis. His throw to second is not in time, and the Sea Unicorns have men at first and second with nobody out. Bayer put it into the 5.5 hole, and it was a tough play, rangy play for Bratspis from his left to his right, and really no chance to make that play, and the Sea Unicorns have speed everywhere. It'll bring up Matt Park, who is hitting in the third place spot in the lineup. He's at third base today. He was batting second in that ball game yesterday. The pitch from Schmoller. Down and away, ball 1.
Schmoller's made some good pitches here early on. Even that one that Bratspis couldn't handle, that's still a good pitch. The Noe single, 2 infield singles. You can live with that as a pitcher.
Soft contact.
Indeed.
Schmoller brings it set. He is working from the third base side of the rubber today. His offering home is flipped out to left field. It'll hang up on a line out there for Zerpolo. His throw back into second, not in time. Noe able to refine the cushion at second in time. There is a man retired, and here is Jackson Powers.
Yeah, Powers has been awesome, especially here at home. He ripped a home run earlier in the last couple of weeks. Just wrapped it around the pole, but the power's been there. The at-bats have been there. He's just had it all going.
Powers has hits now in 3 straight games and 7 ball games where he has recorded a hit in the month of July. 7 of those 8 contests for Powers. And speaking with Zach Gitcher, boy, he was hoping to see this form of Jackson maybe a little sooner, but either way, patience is a virtue, and it has paid off with JP in the lefty batter's box. He's taking the fastball on the outside corner. Powers out of Woburn, Massachusetts, a 3-sport athlete in high school: hockey, baseball, and golf. Played some junior hockey as well in the NCDC with the Boston Junior Bruins, but decided to stick on the diamond with baseball. Here's the 0-1. Way outside, 1-1.
This has been where it is for Powers. Can he get the count even? He does fall behind the counts more often than you would think for a guy of his caliber. It's pretty common for the 3, the 4-hole hitters to see pitches, right? They don't get a huge sample size when they're on deck. JP does a lot of his work with 1 or 2 strikes.
Count is even, 1-1 on Powers. And he cuts and misses for strike 2. Norwich has a couple of men on, and hoping for the man we highlighted, Jackson Powers, to pick them up, and he has been great with the runners in scoring position. Schmoller is working from the stretch. Here's his 1-2 offering. Up and away, 2-2.
Saw that 2-seamer twice. 1 for a called strike, 1 for a swinging strike. He's picking it up a little bit better. Powers is now. He's been able to even the count. Really good pitch for Schmoller so far. The 2-seamer that's running away from the left-handers and into righties. A couple ground balls that way. I expect him to go that way again as well.
Working from the stretch one more time, Schmoller. 2-2 now on Powers. Fighting it off foul. Good defensive swing.
Wouldn't have seen that, I think, a month ago from this group. The defensive swing, I think that would have been taken for strike 3. It's all about that approach that Joe DeLanzo has implemented, and it's really been executed here to keep the Sea Unicorns in it offensively.
Good to see him back around the club. He was not there at the ball game yesterday in Lowell, and is a vital part of this coaching staff, the hitting coach and infield coach. Over there at the first base bag, power is up empty, and he's punched out by Schmoller, 2 down. Real chance for the right-hander to work around some early inning traffic. It's up to John Bureau.
JB's a guy that has to find an approach. He's been swinging a lot of balls outside the zone. He has been able to put the ball in play, but it's been a lot of weak contact. With the two-seamer to Schmoller's advantage, I would expect a lot of those, especially up and away, right at JB's eyes. JB takes ball 1 inside.
Good take by Bureau. He can't help Schmoller out.
No, not at all. Especially a two-way guy, right?
Yeah.
Finding a way for him to get into the game. He's not a traditional starter, so he's going to continue to play throughout the year.
1 ball, no strikes on John Bureau. Open stance for him in the lefty box. He swings and rolls it foul off his front foot. And that'll even the count. A little sninger off the Stonehill product. Transfer there out of UConn Avery Point. Even count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Norwich and Lowell will see each other 3 times over the course of the week before the All-Star break next week in Nashua. And we will meet some of those Sea Unicorns All-Star selections later in the week once those rosters are officially announced. It's always a fun time of year around the Futures League when the All-Stars are selected and all their hard work. The pitch home. Change up. That squirts away from the backstop Waterman, and everyone's going to advance 90 feet. So a change up that just kept sailing on Schmoller, and Bureau in a hitter's count.
You got to go back to the fastball. If you're on the mound and you're Schmoller, John Bureau's got to see it. It's going to start right on the inside shoulder. It's going to drift away, and he just has to take it to the opposite field. He's not going to be able to pull it. It'll be a ground ball to second or first base.
There is room between short and third. The pitch home. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Another off-speed pitch from Schmoller, and he went right back to it.
He did, and JB was off balance. It's part of the young hitter mentality. Oh, I have to crush the ball the other way. You got to stay through. You got to keep your nose down and keep that shoulder down towards the pitcher as long as possible.
Even count, 2-2 on Bureau. Hoping to deliver with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Here's the offering. Popped him up, punched it foul. He was jammed inside. And credit to Schmoller, really getting into the hands of the Norwich hitters, and that's what really makes it difficult.
It's when that ball looks like it's going to hit them and then it comes in. It's that 2-seamer plays for Schmoller. He can kind of throw it wherever he would like. Probably goes to the changeup to very eye level.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 on and 2 outs. The pitch. Fought off foul, and Bureau is staying alive up there. It's a 1-0 Spinners lead. That run coming in the top of the first inning after Norwich committing an error, and that walk coming around to haunt Tabbitt in that first inning. But Norwich turning that inning-ending double play to get through it. It's Bureau in a 2-2 count. Right on left, the pitch home. Awkward check swing, and Bureau manages to stave off elimination.
What that shows me is he's not seeing it anymore. I think in the first couple of pitch, he saw it really well. Took one of them in there for a ball. Conversation between the umpires here.
We're by that Norwich dugout, too. I'm trying to find a baseball that'll function here for the right-hander. Schmoller, who is on the rubber, one of those two-way guys. Starting to see more and more two-way players, or at least a chance to two-way.
Especially with Shohei out there. Everybody wants to be the next Shohei Ohtani.
Who wouldn't want to be?
Tell me about it. A lot of money coming his way.
$700 million contract with Los Angeles. The 2-2. Bouncer foul. Speaking of two-way players, the Angels selected a two-way player of their own with their first-round pick out of Huntington Beach, California, a high schooler Remains 2-2 on Bureau. He's taking just missed for ball 3.
One of the at-bats of the year for John. Seen a lot of good pitches, was fooled, has been back into the count, fouled off 2 good pitches as well.
That draft pick was Jared Grinlinger, the 17-year-old two-way player. Schmuller hoping to enjoy some two-way success in the Futures League. He's up and away with ball 4. And John Bureau working an 8-pitch walk. And Norwich has loaded them up for Bryce Miller.
He's been awesome. Bryce is a guy that has a really simple approach. His hands are really quick. All you need here is to poke it through.
Good chance for Norwich to try and strike, but not just tie the game, but try and take the lead. Noe at third, Bayer at second, and Bureau at first. The infield at standard alignment defensively. Working from the stretch is the right-hander for Lowell Spinners. Fastball, outside corner, sizzles in there. Good heat on that fastball.
Always got to have the same type of idea. That ball is going to go into him, contrary to what it does to JB, away from him. Hopefully it runs into his bat if you're a Sea Unicorns fan.
The turquoise blue bat, Bryce Miller back in his standard position behind the plate today. Another fastball. Top of the zone strike, and quickly in the driver's seat is Schmuller, 0-2. Way ahead of Bryce Miller. Bases are loaded, but there are 2 outs and a 2-strike count. Spinners hoping to avoid damage in this first inning after striking in the first. Tipping point in the ball game. It is 0-2. Schmuller set his kick and pitch home. Is rolling away from the backstop Waterman, but it was all over the strike zone. And Miller down on 3 pitches. So Norwich fails to score with the bases loaded. Go to the second. It is 1-0 Lowell. Sea Unicorns Baseball is streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Matt Tabbitt is wrapping up his warm-up tosses. 1-0 Spinners on top. Get set for the second inning tonight in the Rose City. Marco Zerpolo, Fletcher Waterman, and David Vanderzewen. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the Spinners lineup, and an important shutdown inning for Tabbitt. Trying to keep this ball game manageable against the Spinners attack.
That Spinners attack that's been great. No runs here over the last 8 innings from the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Looking to get that offensive attack going. Lead the ball game in hits. Got 2 of them in the home half of the first inning. Just couldn't convert as Bryce Miller went down looking on 3 straight pitches.
Here is Marco Zerpolo. He'll stand in that righty box. High Red Sox. Showing for the outfielder, Zerpolo. Out of Middleton, Massachusetts, in the air, left field. Moving over to grab it is John Bureau. And once again, a similar start for Matt Tabbitt. 1 pitch and 1 out to start out this second frame. Hoping to use some efficiency here today. Here is the catcher, Fletcher Waterman. Waterman out of Ipswich, Massachusetts, and Holy Cross, where he plays his college baseball. We'll dig into the righty box. Base is empty, 1 gone. It is Waterman batting. He's taking at the knees. Good sinker from Tabbitt, falling in there for strike one on Waterman. Waterman batting 182. And he's looking on the outside corner, strike two. Now, check that. 192 is average, 7 runs scored, with 3 runs driven in for Waterman. Way ahead is Tabbitt. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch home. That is on the outside corner. Struck him out. Down by the way of the K, Fletcher Waterman. And there are 2 outs in the Spinners' second inning. Fans looking to go to the dentist? Well, at Griswold Dental, you're more than a patient. You're a part of the Griswold Dental family. Find out more at griswolddental.net. Here is Van der Zowen batting. He played in that Prospects game. One of the young players on what is a young Spinners roster. Van der Zowen playing his college ball at Bentley. Standing in that righty box. Van der Zowen, a native of Reading, Massachusetts, attended Austin Prep School. The pitch. That is lined back up the middle, a base hit. Second hit of the ball game, and Van der Zowen is on. It's a 2-out hit. And it all passed the line on for Quincy Kerr. This was a troublesome area in the ball game for Norwich yesterday. 2 outs in the inning, and the Lowell offense was anything but quiet. That's where they did their damage throughout the night, notching 10 of their 13 runs with 2 outs in the inning. Backhand side picked up by Park. He'll go across the diamond, and that'll do it. So Tabbitt works around a 2-out single. Go to the home half when we come back. 1-0 Lowell on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. We go to the bottom of the second inning here tonight. 1-0 Spinners on top. As always, we send it down to our on-field team reporter, Logan Rundy, standing by with the newest Norwich Sea Unicorn, Kevin Penny. The left-handed pitcher out of Ramapo College makes his arrival to the Rose City. Logan, take it away.
Thanks, Adam. I'm here in the dugout with Kevin. Also the newest acquisition for Norwich here this summer. First off, welcome in.
Thank you.
Number 2, what are you most excited about here in this experience for the rest of the summer?
Obviously, I'm excited to keep playing baseball. I love baseball. That's why I'm here. But I'm also excited to meet all these guys. I haven't met all of them yet, but hopefully make new friends. New brothers for the rest of the summer. But I mean, that's a boy. I'm just excited to play baseball. Like I said, I love this sport. So.
Brennan O'Neill knocks a single to start the inning. Obviously, this is developmentally. Being able to take some skills out of here. For you, what are you looking to get out of this experience?
I mean, obviously, like I hear on the PA system, like I hear all these guys going to big schools. It's excited to pitch against guys going to big schools because it's it's obviously it's a great experience to face better competition than I have before, and hopefully it's going to get me better, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to getting out of this.
The new big arms in Norwich's bullpen, you'll see them here in the next few days. Adam, back to you.
Great stuff as always, Logan, downstairs. All the insights for Unicorns baseball in 2026. O'Neill is on. And that delivery on the outer edge called strike. It's Jack Treat batting, Oakdale, Connecticut native out of Montville High School. Commit to Bryant University in the fall. There'll be teammates there with Unicorn Mike Fiataroni, who's away from the team for the next several days. Big lead for O'Neill. It's 2-1 now on Treat, who's standing in the back of the lefty box. A lot of mixing and matching between left-handed hitters and right-handed hitters. Always an adjustment from the high school level to the collegiate level. The 2-1 offering. There goes O'Neill. The throw from Waterman is a good one. The tag, it is in time. So wiped off the base pass is Brandon O'Neill on a dart from Fletcher Waterman. And there is one gone in the Unicorns second inning. Well, you talk about catch and throw from Waterman. Great work over there from the Spinners backstop. Is Logan Rundy. Boy, you're as fast as lightning back up here. Good to see you up here, but good to meet Kevin Penny. How was it down there?
Yeah, he's great. He was able to talk with me a little bit earlier. And he's excited, right? Grandma Powell's a D3 school in New Jersey, so being able to face increased competition, as he mentioned, a lot of guys from big schools, Monmouth in the picture, Quinnipiac, Fairfield, even Sacred Heart, right? Yep. UConn, a lot of big schools in this area, and we were talking about how it's just a good experience. You don't get to see this competition very often. I mean, the D3 level is really fun, but being able to see D1 guys is a new experience for sure.
Big ballpark, too, like Dodd Stadium here with the history of baseball down and away. Missing for ball one. It's David Pengel at the plate, and this is a guy that has surged offensively. What a throwback there, though, by Fletcher Waterman. Certainly a highlight play for the Spinners backstop, controlling the Norwich run game. That's punched back to the screen, foul for strike one on the Northeastern Husky, David Pengel.
Finding a way to run the bases has been a strength for Norwich this year, but there does become a point where it becomes desperate. Do you do that with the leadoff man on in the home half of the second inning? I don't know. I don't hate the risk, but it definitely comes into consideration when the offense isn't producing over the last couple of days.
Norwich running into that first out of the inning, and Pengel is taking for ball two. Pengel in his second summer in the Futures League, hitting .284 in the number 9 spot in the lineup, has built a lot of comfortability there. A double leadoff hitter, hoping to turn over the lineup card with some added traffic. Schmoller's 2-1 offering on the ground, soft roller foul on the third base side. And it'll run the count even 2-2.
That was almost another infield single. That would have been three. Two from the top guys, Noe and Bayer, and then Pengel with his speed would have ran that out as well. Bat to ball, putting the ball in play, good things happen.
Pengel is 4 for his last 8 at the plate over his mini 3-game hitting streak. That was all in the series against Worcester. Got off his feet yesterday in Lowell, back in the starting 9, the 2-2. Out in front of that changeup, fighting it off foul.
Good approach so far. A lot of foul balls from the top. John Bureau had a couple in his at-bat. O'Neill was able to put a single. Powers had a foul ball back. Bat to ball has been a lot better. A lot less swings and misses here over the last couple of weeks.
It is a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Pengel. There's a man retired and one on. That is Jack Treat. He worked a 1-out walk. There's the big curveball. Softly hit. Little fizzler. Going to be a tough play over at first. The flip to the first base bag. Schmoller was not even on the cushion. And the Unicorns reach on another one of those infield singles. And there are a couple of men on. It'll bring up the leadoff man, Kenny Noe. Boy, the speed from David Pengel really created chaos on the infield. No chance for Ken Biller. It perfectly split the wave between the first baseman Biller and Schmoller, and it was an open path to the first base bag.
Yeah, boy, was it. Finally, over the last couple of weeks, I put something good into the world, as I mentioned it earlier in that at-bat.
So now 3 infield hits today for Norwich. 3 of their 4 hits of the infield variety. Noe takes the spinner downstairs, ball 1.
Led off the game with one of those infield singles. Over at third base, Henriquez just couldn't get any type of grip on it as he fell to the ground.
So Norwich once again has traffic on with 1 out against the right-hander Schmoller. This is sought out to left field. Long run out there for Zerpolo. He slides and makes the catch on it by the chalk line. And Kenny Noe is robbed of a potential RBI hit. Some elite range out there in the corner for Zerpolo. 2 outs.
Yeah, I thought he had no chance at it with the ball tailing away from him with the lefty up and the wind pushing out to left field. But what a play out there by Zerpolo just to track it down and get low for it.
2 outs. Here is TJ Bayer batting. In scoring position for Norwich is Jack Treat and Pengel at first. Plenty of speed on, and there is a lot of speed with this man at the plate, TJ Bayer. Just under 300 is average. Reached on an infield single his first time up. And this is a guy that has seen a lot of work over the last couple of weeks. Has been an everyday corner outfielder yesterday in that lineup in center field without David Pengel in there. And has found himself towards the top of the order. 1-0. Outside 2-0.
He has found himself at the top of the order, and for good reason as well. His natural position is out in center, but at this moment in time, you cannot take David Pengel out of the lineup. So moving him over to right, a position that we've talked about, me and TJ. Getting used to it. He's not used to that corner. Usually it's center or left, but this is what this league is for.
He's looking on the inside corner, strike 1.
That's a fine take.
Yeah, he was jammed. That would have been on the ground.
Exactly, and especially in a 2-0 count. You're not looking to swing at that anyways. You can't drive it.
Schmoller working backwards here after falling behind 2-0 on Bayer. Eastern Connecticut local. Trying to swat home the first run of the night in the air. On the right side, it'll go foul. Fans, Thirsty Thursday is back at Dodd Stadium. This Thursday, you can crush it like Quinn when the Sea Unicorns host those Vermont Lake Monsters. 6:30 local time, first pitch with the $2 beer specials on Narragansett. We'd love to see you here at Dodd Stadium. Go SeaUnicorns.com for more information, or you can call the Dodd Stadium front office for all ticketing information. 2-2 on Bayer. The pitch. That is down and away, just below the zone. Another off-speed pitch. Bending action from Schmoller. It is full. And now you beg to wonder, do you put the runners in motion for a hit and a run possibility?
Well, it's 3-2, so they'll be in motion anyways.
No, there is 2 outs already.
No worries.
Maybe I should read the scoreboard. The 3-2 pitch. Up top, he lost him. And the bases are loaded for the second consecutive inning. The Sea Unicorns with a chance to deliver. Anthony DeFabia is the pitching coach for Lowell. He'll come out and greet his starting right-hander today, Hayden Schmoller, with the bases full. And again, it is a chance at the top of the order. Matt Park will bat.
Matty P put a good swing on the ball the first time around, lined out to Zerpolo out and left, who made another nice play coming in on the ball. So that's the one guy you don't want to hit it to at this point. So this is going to be a tough approach if you're Lowell.
Now this infield will be back at standard depth with 2 outs in the inning. This is another big at-bat for the Sea Unicorns and a real shot to take the lead. And hitting with runners in scoring position is always an area you have to produce in. You don't get these opportunities very often, and the Sea Unicorns have one done on them here in the home half of the second inning, and very rare you do it once in a ball game, but even more of a commodity to do it in back-to-back frames. And here is the Quinnipiac Bobcat. They're going to put a good swing on An offering from Schmoller, working from the stretch. That's the fastball up and away, ball one. And again, as much as we've talked about it, you cannot expand your zone.
You cannot, and with Schmoller's mechanics being all over the place, he's kind of standing too tall, the knees aren't bent, and he's, with that, falling off to his left-hand side, which is pulling everything up and away.
Runners are everywhere. The pitch home, wave and a miss, took his head off of it. And that'll run the count even. Aboard at third is Treat. Pengel at second. And on at first is Bayard. Couple of walks this inning. I've put the University of Maine product Schmoller in a tight spot here. 1-1 on Park. The pitch punched foul on the right side. It jammed him inside. Running action on righties tonight for Schmoller. And Park a little behind.
Better swing, though. That first swing, as you mentioned, the head pulled off, the shoulder pulled off as well. He was through that. Waited a little bit longer, but I don't mind that if the mechanics are there.
A ball and 2 strikes and another chance here for Schmoller to get through it. The offering home, flipped foul. And again, Norwich battling here. A bevy of foul balls over the first 2 innings. And this time it is Matt Park doing the honors.
The Unicorns are doing a really good job of making Schmoller throw a good amount of pitches here in inning number 2.
The 1-2 again. Outside breaking ball, 2-2. Monday Night Baseball at Dodd Stadium. It is a wonderful night here in the Rose City.
Final Monday night of the year, I believe, here at Dodd Stadium.
You are correct, my friend. Good work looking at that schedule available. As always, go Unicorns, and this is the final Kids Eat Free opportunity for the Unicorns. Thank you to our friends at BTW, Southeastern Connecticut's premier HVAC company. And as always, our kids 12 and under able to enjoy free food. What is better than that? Baseball and food here at Dodd Stadium. In the air, popped up foul, and Park again fouling off some really tough pitches.
Yeah, he's been great in this at-bat. That first swing of the at-bat was really bad, to say it bluntly.
Yep.
Then he's improved. Every swing has gotten more comfortable. He's been more and more on time. He's one step away from straightening this thing out and tying this ballgame.
All 2s across the board with the bases loaded. 1-0 Lowell on top. Unicorns with 4 hits already today. Set up inside is Waterman on the righty Park. The pitch home. Fly ball in the air. Left field. It'll hang up for Marco Zerpolo. He'll haul it in, and the inning is over. For the second consecutive frame, the Unicorns strand them loaded. We go to the third, 1-0 Lowell on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Our place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
We go to the third inning here in Norwich, and as always, Logan Rundy standing by with a closer look at the playoff race. Logan, over to you.
Thanks, guys.
A mess in the standings, to say the least, here in the Futures League. Through all 7 teams, Vermont leads it by 7 games. They're 19 games above 500. They've been incredible all year. We'll see them later this week on Thursday and Friday. Then New Britain is 7 games back. Then Nashua has climbed all the way up to 3rd place. Worcester, after being swept by the Sea Unicorns last week, is now in 4th place. Right outside the playoff picture are the Sea Unicorns. Then Lowell, the Spinners team, who has been red hot over the last couple weeks, and Westfield is in the basement. However, between 4th and 7th place, those teams are only separated by 4.5 games. That is it. It's an absolute dogfight at the bottom of the standings as we approach the All-Star break. Adam, it's going to be a fun rest of the season.
Logan, it certainly is. And you said it. It is going to be a dogfight, and who doesn't love chaos in the Futures League in the middle stages of the month of July? 1 out in the inning. Tabit again has been a quick worker, retiring pitches and outs within 2 pitches or fewer. He's done that in all 3 innings. The first 2 were 1 pitch outs. It is Quinn Murphy batting here. 2nd spot in the order for Lowell. Takes the heater down Main Street for a called strike, evening it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Murphy drew a walk his first time to the plate. Murphy out of the University of Maine and Barrington, Rhode Island. The 1-1. Wave and a miss. Good off-speed pitch from the righty. Tabit out in front of it is Murphy, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Working ahead is the Norwich right-hander Matt Tabit, making his 8th start already this summer. Off to a good one today, just outside with ball 2. Even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Murphy. Norwich at standard depth here defensively on a beautiful night for baseball in southeastern Connecticut. 2-2 home. Fought away foul by the right-handed hitting Murphy, who is in that lefty batter's box. Who is up for the 2nd time today, hitting .262 this summer. 13 runs scored and 8 runs driven in for Murphy. Logan Rundy's already back up here with us. Great work recapping the Futures League standings. Ball 3 darts inside and the count is full. And you said it, it is a mess in the middle of the standings. And how about a little chaos in the month of July?
I told you this was going to happen. We had a conversation many times, I should say, over the last month about the mess it is going to be. And it's really anybody's game for that 4th spot. Worcester's not playing that well, as that is drilled right back up the middle by Murphy. That'll be the 2nd time he reaches with the walk in the 1st inning. So it's going to be a mess. This Lowell team's right in the thick of it as well.
Barreling it up is Murphy, 3rd hit of the ball game. That's directed up the middle. 1 out base runner for Cam Biller. It was a dangerous bat in the middle of the lineup for Kevin Grabber's side. And he will bat with a man on. Biller 6 feet 4 inches in the righty box. Tabit, pickoff move over to the bag at first. Biller is a guy that should certainly be in the conversation for the All-Star game. Hitting .303, his 24th game this summer. 17 runs driven in, has swatted 2 home runs, one of those against Norwich. It was a grand slam back at LeLacheur Park on July the 2nd.
It's really Biller and Slauson for New Britain that have the race. So that ball's popped up.
In the air, straight away center field. David Pengel shy of the warning track. He'll bring it in. And Biller is retired. That should be a guy who should swing in the home run derby. No doubt about that. Biller would represent the Spinners. And speaking of the home run derby, that is tonight for the major leagues. Bryce Harper is swinging in it for the hometown Philadelphia Phillies. I don't know, who do you have? Have you been paying attention to the bracket for this year's home run derby, which is going on right now?
I mean, Kyle Schwarber's in there for the hometowners as well. He's won before, I believe. You can fact check me on that. I believe he won once.
The throw from Miller's going to second. The tag, it is not in time. The ball squirts away. And quickly into scoring position is Murphy with 2 outs in the frame and Aiden Driscoll batting. Driscoll had an RBI knock his first time to the plate. It is the difference in the ball game. It is the All-Star break right now in the big leagues, and the same for minor league baseball. Sunday was the Futures game, and former Sea Unicorn Kalen Culpepper was selected to it but did not participate due to injury. Always exciting to see that representation. So is it Schwarber? Is that your pick?
I'll take Schwarber. I think he's got the most home run swing. My guy Wilson Contreras is in there. Don't think he's winning it.
I'm going to go with former future leaguer Ben Rice of the New York Yankees.
Fair, as Tabit delivers. Biller fouls it off near a tree. I don't think Ben Rice has a home run swing. I know that's nuts. Hear me out here.
He won the Futures League Home Run Derby.
I understand that. However,
it's a little different than the big league one.
Point number one. Number two being he plays at Yankee Stadium, and I'm going to put it out there. I am totally biased. I do not like the Yankees at all.
Yes.
But that swing is not conducive to swinging it 50 times, in my opinion, as Tabit gets a hook right over the plate. I got Kyle Schwarber, big swing, home run hitter, of course, hometown as well.
They had 40 pops not too long ago in a season, and he can really swing it out of there. And it is his home ballpark that he is hitting in, so that is advantage him. Over at second, Brandon O'Neill swallows it up, throws to first, and navigating around a man in scoring position is Matt Tabit, who has made it 3 frames today of 1-run balls. Spinners are on top. Go to the home half. Sea Unicorns baseball is streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the bottom of the third inning here at Dodd Stadium. Spinners are on top 1-0. Glad you could be with us on a Monday night. Fans, before you come to the ballpark, stop by Charlene's Diner, Main Street, Jewett City, for a delicious breakfast or lunch. Order what you want, eat what you get, only at Charlene's Diner, Main Street, Jewett City.
He's a good guy you want. Leading off the inning, Jackson Powers struck out swinging back in the first inning. Norwich leading in hits 4-3. Just the unearned run by Tabit with the Kenny Noe error is the difference. We'll keep you updated on the home run derby as we go along here throughout the night. It has not started yet. It will start very soon.
I believe 8 o'clock Eastern.
Usually, yes.
That would be prime time.
It's also a new format this year.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with it. It's not time anymore. It's pitches.
Really?
It's going to be a little bit different of a format.
I think you could hit a couple out of Dodd Stadium.
There's zero chance at this point.
You don't think so?
I could feel with best to him. What a play over there by Biller.
What a
he
play.
He flips on to the pitcher, and Jackson Powers is absolutely robbed.
Well, it's a guy that's been swinging it well. And what a play over there. Cam Biller, have yourself a night here defensively. Spinners have been making the plays on the defensive side of the baseball. There is a man retired, and it'll bring up the left fielder, John Bureau. Drew Awaka's first time up.
Him and Park both had great at-bats through the first time around. Let's see if JB can find a way to straighten one out and put it in play.
Sea Unicorns today have already had the bases loaded in each of their first 2 innings. And credit to Schmoller, able to work his way out of the traffic. Had to exceed a lot of pitches to get through it. Bouncing ball, chopped to short, backhand side. Braspitz, he'll go across the diamond and quickly 2 up, 2 down. And a chance for the right-hander to work a clean 3rd inning facing the minimum.
Yeah, you want to face the minimum if you're Schmoller right now. That Lowell bullpen's starting to get going. No throwing so far, at least at the moment. Whoever is down there is ready to go.
Remember when that home run derby used to be outs? And they had 10 outs
100%.
a long time ago.
Was that before our time or like kind of right as we were growing up?
Not sure. I would want to say.
We're different here in the years, so.
Yes.
By a few, so. I don't know. I feel like I remember the outs like when I was like 10, 11, 12 maybe. It's been a while. I'm not revealing my age on here. Nobody needs to know.
No one needs to know.
No need for that.
No. Nothing in 1 the count. Miller's fouling another one off. Miller is a guy that was born in 2007. That was the year that the Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup.
Special year for you.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before they get back there. It's unfortunate.
Boston Bruins are the same way it's going right now.
There's a bright future, though, with James Higgins, I should say. Nothing in 2. Miller is taking on the outside corner. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Hayden Schmoller. Down on strikes is Miller for the 2nd time today looking. We go to the 4th. 1-0 Lowell on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube. SNSN Sports.
Own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great part.
We go to the 4th inning here tonight in Norwich. Unicorns trailing by a run. It is a busy week at Dodd Stadium, and we want to let you know we have a mystery giveaway that is now released. And the first 100 fans coming to Dodd Stadium on Saturday, July 18th. The Lowell Spinners will be back in the Rose City. The Unicorns are teaming up with New England Brewing, and the first 100 fans that are 21 and older will receive a Seahag IPA Cup with the Unicorns back-to-back-to-back championship logo. And the first 500 fans, 20 and younger, will receive a Kona Ice Cup with the Unicorns back-to-back-to-back championship logo. Join us at Dodd Stadium on Saturday, July 18th. First pitch is at 6:30 against these Lowell Spinners. For the play-by-play for innings 4 and 5, I hand it over to Logan Rundy.
Much appreciated, Adam. Matt Tabbitt looking to have yet another inning of unearned runs. The only one came on a Kenny Noe error on a pop-up behind third base. Other than that, Tabbitt has been fantastic. Just limiting the Lowell to 3 hits. Is 0-1 is popped up. Treat in pursuit. Looking up, then down. He's going to run out of room as it hits the stands as everybody runs away from it. And another life for Enriquez.
This is a big outing for Tabbitt. Norwich had to go to their bullpen rather early yesterday. It was just 3 1/3 for Joe Pitts. And this is a ever so changing bullpen, which we will get into in a moment. 0-2 is your count.
Tabbitt looking to get out number 1 like he has done in the previous 3 innings.
As long as he's had a fight for that first out of the inning.
Two first pitches, right?
Yeah, the first 2 are first pitches, and then the third one came on 2.
Right.
They'll have to try and get it done on 4.
Trying to match his first batter total in terms of pitches from the first 2. The 0-2 is fouled off once again, so looks like Lowell is figuring out Tabbitt little by little. They've scored 1 run, that is it, after yesterday's bludgeoning. And the game was just 7 innings down at Lasher Park in Lowell, Massachusetts. So Unicorns doing a much better job of keeping that Lowell offense at bay for the time being. Tabbitt's 0-2. The curveball bounded to third base. Park scoops it beautifully. The running throw is pretty. A nice 5-3 put out, courtesy of Matt Park and Jack Treat.
Boy, what a play by the corner infielders. That in-between hop can be difficult. Good read off the bat. Came charging in, did Park. Set his feet, and he threw a strike across the diamond. Tough go for Henriquez. 0 for 5 now this series. And Tabbitt has been at his best. Lots of ground balls tonight.
Just about what we discussed in the pregame show. Zerpolo will be next. He flew out to John Bureau in the second.
Balance looks better, too.
He has. Yeah, make a great point. I think that's the big thing. Matt Park's been busy with Henriquez. He went 5-4-3 his first time around. Now goes 5-3. Takes one out of the equation. The 1-0 from the right-hander. Fastball in Park's direction once more. However, no chance to make a play.
And this goes to show how important starting pitching is in this league. That ball game got away from Pitts early, and a lot of it was because of the casualties created by the errors. But you give your team 4 innings in the Futures League of 1-run, 2-run ball, you're going to give your team a chance to win.
Indeed.
It's all about confidence, too. Such a funny thing. Right now, you look at a guy like Jackson Powers offensively, you just feel like every time he's going to bat, something good is going to happen. Didn't have that since the first month.
Oh, you really didn't. This team has improved in a lot of different ways as Tabbitt misses, and he's frustrated with himself. It's about improving, right? You're 40 games in after tomorrow. This is game 39. That's 2/3. Wow, math. Through the season.
So we're broadcasters.
I know, right?
We don't need to do a lot of math.
Talk.
Yeah.
Not do math.
That's what my calculator's for. Or chat.
2-2 towards the speedy left fielder Zerpolo. He flicks it, and it's over the head of Brendan O'Neill into right field. And Zerpolo is on for the first time today. It's been those kind of looping hits that have killed Norwich over the last week. They've been able to overcome it. Let's see if they can get out of the inning with just one out. Fans, Strain Family Motors. The weather is heating up, and so should the fun. Rent a Polaris slingshot from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon and feel the excitement of the open road. Go to sfmslingshots.com to rent one today. That's Tabbitt trying to throw a slingshot at Lowell hitters. Instead, he goes to Treat, who gets the tag down, and he got him. What a tag by Jack Treat.
I'm going to have to step in here. That's going to be tonight's DB1 feeling electric. Play of the game. Matt Tabbitt, are you kidding me? What a pickoff move. Here's another look at it. And Jack Treat ready for it, and just caught leaning is Marco Zerpolo. That's a lot of speed off the base pass, and now 2 outs.
Big momentum shift as Tabbitt makes a fiery slingshot throw previously mentioned to Jack Treat.
I think you just want to rent a slingshot. You're trying to get over to Strain. We should do that over the break.
We should. Do you have a slingshot to get us over to buy a slingshot?
I love it.
Tabbitt's 1-0 is a strike across the plate. It's now 2 outs here in the visiting half of the 4th inning.
This is something we've talked about against Lowell. You won't beat them in a slugfest. They are too good of an offense, tantalizing group. These are the kinds of ball games you have to try to beat them in. Low scoring.
Done a good job of that so far. Tabbitt is 1 strike away from retiring the side in order after a man reached and was picked off. That was Zerpolo. He's played a great game in left field, robbing a couple hits from Norwich hitters. However, when he gets on, he gets robbed over at first base by the stout right-hander. The 1-2. Tabbitt trying to get out of it. And he does. A good slider gets him out. He's fired up. And after the threat by Zerpolo with 1 out, to no avail. We will head to the home half of the 4th where the Norwich offense looks to get on the scoreboard. You're watching Sea Unicorns Baseball on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, an American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We're going to start the inning. Welcome back to Norwich, Connecticut. Hayden Schmoller back on there to work inning number 4. Fans, tomorrow is another BOGO. Happy Tuesday to you. You buy a ticket, we give you 1 free. Tomorrow, it will be available to you when we face the Nashua Silver Knights. That game will kick off at 6:30. There's only one BOGO right after that. That's August 4th against New Britain. Norwich offense has evened up in the hit column after a single by Zerpolo and then eventually picked off. Norwich, however, scoreless, and they've given up an earned run this evening as well. So they've essentially beat themselves as we're just about halfway home here on this beautiful Monday night in Norwich, Connecticut. O'Neal, sky-high fly ball. Tracking back there is Murphy, and he'll make the squeeze on it. 1 pitch, 1 out, and that's not how you want to go down at him to start the inning.
No, it's not, but that was good contact for O'Neal. A good swing by him. He was on time. Hands through the baseball, but in a spot that is easily tracked by Murphy, who covers a lot of ground out there. Well, he's a medium center field, and now he's going to retreat back with Jack Treat.
Well done. Wordsmith over here.
I try.
So Schmoller gets 1 quick out. He'll see the youngster Jack Treat. Treat so far today has walked back in the second. Guy that is starting to see the ball a lot better. Taking a lot more walks early on here in his Norwich career this summer. Struck out a large majority of the time. Treat sees 1-0, swings through it. Another fiery swing.
That was a good fastball. Paints that outer black. Anytime you can stay away from the lefty Treat, it's how you have to attack. Now a favorable matchup with the righty on the rubber too.
Favorable matchup for Schmoller, especially with that 2-seam action that runs away from lefties. You see it once again. You see the same result, a swing and a miss. You see that a lot from Norwich. It's about tracking the baseball. Sometimes they do a good job when they're really on. However, when they're down in games, the approach gets
sloppy.
It does, and it gets thrown out the window at times. How do you stay through with that approach even in games you're not favored in? As Treat puts it on the ground to third, diving over there, making a play. The tag at first base is in time.
He's off the bag. I want to take a look at this replay because I know our camera operators, Evan Olenson and Mark Benway, have been on the spot today. Let's get a look. This throw is up the line and foul ground. That is where you want to miss if you're going to miss. But I think he missed him on the tag. We'll see if we can slow it down. So if we go back into our replay panel here, we can slow down that replay right here.
Great play.
Nick DeRue handling our operations. Here it is. How about that pick over there at third? And boy, I don't know. It's a bang-bang play. Either way, Jordan Enriquez had to make a real tough play on the glove side to gobble it up and handle it. And all the umpires are converging here to discuss. We should meet all of our umpires that are officiating this game here tonight. And it is safe, so they get the call right. Here is the umpiring crew tonight. We go around the diamond. Calling the balls and strikes is Tony Venturini. Levante Palmer is that first base umpire, and Jake Brichta is the second base field umpire, who is going to be stationed over by that second base bag now with the runner on. And how about Nick DeRue, our broadcast producer and engineer, slowing down that replay for us to get a closer look.
Great replay. Good job by all of our guys to get that. Evan
our
Olsen,
team, yes.
Mark Benway did a great job. And now tides have turned. Second leadoff man, a.k.a. the 9-hole David Pengel, as he swings through strike one, as he pulls the head off of it. This is where the advantage has to be.
4 infield hits today.
4. Enriquez did a good job just to put leather on the ball. Biller trying to save it, but unsuccessful. So Unicorns playing a little small ball here to start the week. Pengel puts it on the ground. Zerpos gets it, and that's a great play at shortstop. Another great play over there by Baptist.
Yeah, Bratspis, what a play. He had arranged from his right to his left. Check that. His left to his right to go and make that play defensively. I think he got him by a step that time.
I believe so as well. Manager Zach Gitchier argues. It looks like Treat won't get as lucky this time. He'll be ruled out, so it will be a simple 6-4 putout. And Pengel will be on at first. Got to think.
I think he's going. I think he's going. Hit and run. This is a guy that makes great contact. His back-to-ball skills are one of the best in the Futures League. Have to send Pengel. Look at this lead over at first right now. It is a massive one.
It's a massive one. Pengel, very tall center fielder. And doesn't have to happen, though. Kenny Noe, first pitch, will take it the painful way he is on, and Norwich has something going for the third out of the fourth inning today.
I still think you have to try and execute a double steal. Make them have to throw you out. I know you don't want to run into the third out of an inning, but you have to build pressure. You haven't hit it really well. It's been all around the infield. It's been a struggle with men in scoring position. You have to manufacture your offense, and that is the man you want. If you're going to send a guy, it is David Pengel.
It is. Pengel has 2.5 steps, now creeping over to more 3. Schmoller keeps an eye on him. That ball is down in the left field. Over there to get it is Zerpolo. One run. He's going to come in and score. Pengel will score standing up as it's cut off by Enriquez. It's now a tie game. Norwich converts the run.
Maybe I should stop talking here because T.J. Bayer on the first delivery, he sees ambushes. Hayden Schmoller out to the left center field alley. And David Pengel trotting home. Ball game is tied. And that is one of those wonderful 2-out RBI knocks that the Sea Unicorns cash in.
Very compact swing. That's what the Sea Unicorns have been looking for in those situations. We've talked to Joe DeLanzo many times about that approach. So 1 earned run after a really good start from Schmoller.
Still has some zip on that fastball, though. You hear it pop.
These are the types of games that matter, especially here in a couple weeks when you're fighting for a playoff position. These teams just separated by 1 win. However, they're separated by more than that in the standings due to Lowell's number of games that they've played.
This is already game 42 for Lowell and just 39 for Norwich. Yes, the Sea Unicorns would be at number 40 if it wasn't for that rain out against Westfield. But either way, this is going to be a Spinners group that will see more of their off days in the back half of their schedule. Norwich had them front-loaded.
Wild swing there at the plate by Matt Park.
He's flied out twice to left field, and that time he was just trying to swing for the fences. Just kind of unglued.
Both of Park's outs have been with runners in scoring position. He comes up for the third time in that situation. Noe leads from second. T.J. Bayer on it first. Schmoller trying to get out of it. 1-2 is a good one. Murphy coming back on it, and he makes the play. So a good offensive attack from Norwich. They put up their first run in the last 2 days, and they even the score at 1 apiece. We go to the visiting half of the 5th inning. Matt Tabbitt going for inning number 5 of work. You're watching the Sea Unicorns baseball on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorns spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Welcome back to Dodd Stadium. Happy Monday to you, and the kids ate free. The Sea Unicorns just cashed in a run. Speaking of cashing things in, Jewett City Savings Bank, your community bank for over 125 years, with offices ready to serve you all over Eastern Connecticut. Go to jcsbank.com to find out why Jewett City Savings Bank is your community bank. Tab it out there for inning number 5 of work. 1 run on the board, unearned. So Tabbitt's been masterful putting the ball in play. That happens again. That's in Bayer's direction. He looks towards the fence, goes back a few steps, and squeezes it. That's 3 innings tonight where Tabbitt has only thrown 1 pitch to get 1 out.
That's his game. That is peak Matt Tabbitt form. Trusting the defense, getting away from the bevy of strikeouts we saw. And yes, it's fun to punch guys out, but that is not his game. He doesn't overpower guys. 88-90 on the fastball. It's moved up a couple of ticks throughout the summer, but fatigue is a real thing, especially in the Futures League. Already out to his 8th start. Was a regular over at Amherst. And that is something that pitchers are still trying to build up. I mean, playing your full college ball season into summer ball, being a starter trying to make it 5 innings, you got to get outs.
That ball's on the ground to Park. Got plenty of time to throw over to Treat. Extends over the white line, and 2 quick outs in just 3 pitches.
That's exactly it, and that's the part of the order you have to attack early. Reserve your pitch count for this top of the order, which is dangerous. To Tabbitt's credit, he's quieted the offense to 4 hits. So much easier, too, defensively when the ball is consistently hit towards you to go and stay in the ball game mentally.
Tabbitt trying to make this a quick inning. Miller trying to steer it over the plate. However, it misses ball 1. Bratspis has been busy over at shortstop, made a couple of good plays. However, a couple of plays have also not gone his way. However, this count is his way. It's now 2-0 to the Lowell shortstop. Been really good defensively all year. One of the best in the Futures League. If it wasn't for Michael Fiataroni, you might have an all-star bid. That's on the ground of Park in back-to-back hitters. Looks at the ball, collects, Treat rises, but keeps the foot on the bag. We're moving swiftly along here at Dodd Stadium. We're halfway home. Lowell and Norwich are tied at 1. You're watching Norwich Sea Unicorns baseball on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Halfway home here in Norwich. Before we get to the new pitcher, fans, it's almost halfway through the year, and because of that, it is Christmas in July. On July 25th of this year, it is not this coming Saturday against Lowell. However, it will be Saturday, July 25th, where Norwich will see the new Britain Bees. You also get a Santa hat giveaway as well. What a fun event we have here at Dodd Stadium. That is the final Saturday of the month as well. Now to the pitcher, Grant McCoubrey. Adam, tell me all about him.
Kubry entering. He'll make his third appearance this summer. 0-1 record, 3 2/3 of an inning worked. 14.23 his ERA, and his whip nearing 3, 273, and he visits a lot of traffic when he gets out on the rubber in his short tenure with the Lowell Spinners. Nashua, New Hampshire local is on the rubber here today. The right-hander out of LaSalle University gets the rock for Kevin Grabber's group. That last outing for the right-hander McCoubrey was back on July the 5th against the Westfield Starfires. 2 innings. He allowed an earned run. Well, that ERA is sky high because of a tough go of it in his Futures League debut against the Vermont Lake Monsters. Went an inning and 2/3, allowed 5 earned runs. 7 runs crossed the plate on 5 hits. And a real tough opponent to run into your first trip in the Futures League. Vermont by far and away leading the pack with nearly 30 wins already.
McCoubrey will come in here. He'll face Powers, Bureau, and Bryce Miller. That part of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6, is hitless so far. Powers swings through strike 1. Good two-seam action is started. That's going to be big time. The changeup in the two-seamer. McCoubrey's bread and butter.
This is a guy you know. I know you're from New Hampshire.
Yeah, never played against him, actually. Powers, same result as pitch number 1. And that's the thing. Nashua, it's interesting. He didn't choose to play for the Silver Knights with that team right in the hometown. Interesting choice.
I think a part of that is placement, though, from your college.
It's true.
And I would imagine LaSalle's coaching staff does have some say in where they are going to place their guy.
Powers, high fly ball to a busy Murphy. That'll be a good start for McCoubrey. 3 pitches and gets an out of it. All the pitchers relatively so far have been efficient. Just 2 runs, 10 hits between the two sides. Although it has been Matt Tabbitt's days. He is available to keep going. However, activity in the Norwich bullpen, at least one arm is going.
I would imagine the night is over for Tabbitt. Get him out of there on a high note. He was really good today. The bounce back start we were looking for after the way things went for him in Vermont, and allow your bullpen to help get you through the finish line.
Good leave by JB, or John Bureau, better known as. Walked in the first, grounded to shortstop, back in the third. This part of the line at the middle has been a challenging part to figure out. The top and bottom have produced the majority of the year. Bureau puts the ball on the ground to second. Beautiful play over there by Driscoll, and makes the play as Biller able to squeeze it in time.
Well, he was tossing and turning there, trying to make that play right to his left. Good execution over there by Quincy Kerr. What a play on the defensive side of things. And Lowell has really played a nice defensive brand of baseball. Have yet to commit an error in a series of highlight reel plays. 2 up, 2 down for McCoubrey.
2 up, 2 down indeed. Lowell needs to gain some of the momentum back as Tabbitt has dominated most of the day. A 1-2-3 inning would do just that. Bryce Miller struck out looking twice. And we'll take ball 1 to start it. Bryce Miller, first pitch he ever saw here in a Sea Unicorns uniform was rocketed right up the middle.
Great memory.
Thank you. Ever since, though, been a little bit of a struggle to keep the bat going as he pulls the head and fouls it straight back.
303 hitter entering the day, and a lot of it has been quick contact early in counts. And he's been a good 0-0-1-0 hitter. It has really been when 2 strikes get on him how things have really changed for him, and he did not look comfortable those 2 plate appearances down 0-2. Not many hitters do, but it just didn't look like he was picking up the baseball well.
Miller will enter his third 2-strike count of the day, and as Adam previously mentioned, went down by way of the K the first 2 times.
He's very familiar with that saying. Don Orsillo, the Padres broadcaster, it's one of his go-to lines.
Maybe we'll see Aiden Cochran get the Good end to that. Dan Orsillo call. Same result as the slider gets Miller this time. Good inning there by McCoubry. We head to the 6th inning. It is still knotted at 1 here at Dodd Stadium. You're watching Norwich Sea Unicorns baseball on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Norwich, Connecticut. Matt Tabbitt's day is done. After 5 masterful innings, he will give way to Alex D'Ambrosio, the right-hander from Ryder. I am also going to give way back to play-by-play. It's a pleasure being with you. Adam, back to you as we talk about Alex D'Ambrosio.
Yeah, great stuff by you tonight as always, Logan. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. The top of the 6th inning here today. 5 innings worked for Matt Tabbitt. He was really good for Norwich. That bounce-back outing that we were looking for, and it is Alex D'Ambrosio on the rubber. Marlborough, New Jersey native out of Rider University, and a guy very comfortable pitching in the middle innings, trying to help build the bridge to the 9th. Logan, what should we know about the Norwich right-hander?
He's been really good all year. The ERA is a little bit high. However, 6 appearances, 0-0 record, 7 2/3. Whip is a little bit high. However, that strikeout number is at a good place at 6. You last saw him July 5th when Norwich was up in Vermont, gave you an inning. However, an inning to forget, 3 hits and 4 runs, an ERA north of 36. Looking for a bounce-back outing, one that's going to be needed here in a 1-1 ball game.
Important outing for D'Ambrosio. This is a young arm for Ryder. Just getting into his sophomore year and had a really nice experience. And I know you chatted with him about getting into the NCAA tournament. Came oh so close to taking down the Florida Gators. They lost by way of a walk-off 9-8 in that ball game. And that's exciting, your freshman year, to be able to play in that environment. And D'Ambrosio, so much swagger. A loose guy around the clubhouse, doesn't take things too seriously, and that's what you want, especially one of your late-end arms in the air. Center field, David Pengel to the alley, and on 2 pitches, there is 1 down. So D'Ambrosio working quickly. The Sea Unicorns again with the quick out to begin a frame.
That's just picking up where Matt Tabbitt left off. D'Ambrosio is going to pound the strike zone. Speaking more to his personality, one of the great things about Alex, one of the nicest guys I've met here, not only in Norwich, but just in baseball in general, being able to relate to everyone, always willing to speak with us, which is always good.
That's
an
our job
ugly swing
here.
By Biller, it sure does.
What a breaking ball from D'Ambrosio. 12-6 turn on that. On a dangerous Cam Biller, and that is a guy you have to attack with your secondary pitches. Fastballs are his hot zone. And another Osby pitch. Center field, Pengel coming in, backs off of it. It'll fall in front of him. It's a 1-out knock for Cam Biller, who is on for the 2nd time today. Here is the cleanup man, Aiden Driscoll, who has knocked in the only run of the night for Lowell.
RBI single back in the 1st inning. And 3, 4, 5, and you can argue 6 with Zerpolo. Some of the best middle of the lineups in the Futures League.
Speaking with Zach Gitcher, I want to go back to that play. That was a hesitant plate for Pengel. Started in, and I'm not so sure he got the best read off that fly ball. just his approach to the baseball. And Zach Itcher, and he was a pitcher himself, speaking of how he wants his outfielders to react, it's not really a step. It's really a lean back, gauge it, and then you make your decision. Are you coming in, or do you have to get back on the baseball? And unfortunately for Pengel, he got caught in no man's land in between, and because of it, wisely backs off of it before that ball took a weird spin on him out there in center field. Biller is on at first. Even count on Aiden Driscoll, the batter in the lefty box, right on left. The pitch home. There is that big curveball outside, 2-1.
It is. It's a tough situation. If you're Pengel in that situation, it's a tie game. You're in the later stages now. Do I be aggressive? Do I make a great play, or do I play it safe? I'm okay with the Pengel decision to let it drop in front.
Believing your pitcher. This is a good arm for Norwich. D'Ambrosio. It is a 3-1 count. The offering home below the zone. And now it is a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Our apologies. That scoreboard was reading into the future maybe. Now a hitter's count for Driscoll, who, as the RBI single, is also grounded out to second. Biller on at first. There he goes. The pitch home missing for ball 4. It's a 5-pitch walk. And there are men at first and second with 1 out. It'll bring up the third baseman, Jordan Henriquez, and also a conversation out on the hill. And as that takes place, a chance for us to let you know that Friday night fireworks are back at Dodd Stadium this Friday, July 16th, when the Norwich Sea Unicorns play host. Check that, July 17th, when the Sea Unicorns play host the Vermont Lake Monsters. Those post-game fireworks are thanks to Liberty Bank. First pitch is 6:30 on Friday night against the Lake Monsters. As always, tickets available. Go SeaUnicorns.com for more information. Strike one on Henriquez. Other Friday night firework nights will continue on Friday, July 24th, Friday, July 31st. So the final 3 Fridays in the month of July, it is firework nights at Dodd Stadium. Huge lead for Biller. The throw to third. It is tardy, and quickly advancing another 90 feet is Cam Biller. He represents the go-ahead run for Lowell. It's 1-1 on Henriquez, and boy, D'Ambrosio had no idea the lead Biller had.
That's one of the things Alex needs to grow into. He doesn't check on runners a lot, and that allows a lot of people, especially in this league when guys are older. I wouldn't be surprised if the runner first took off. Got a good jump. That's big in this league. The running, especially in the summer, being able to get good reads, more light outside, just finding ways to get in scoring position in a tie game here. D'Ambrosio's in trouble.
No doubt about that. 2-1 on Henriquez, and this is a guy who's had a number of big swings this summer against Norwich on 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Spinners are a team that run the bases well. As far as the stolen bases are concerned, a Futures League leading 117. And they are in a good spot here at the corners, and a hitter's count on Henriquez. 3 balls, 1 strike, looking for his first hit of the series. The 3-1. There goes the base runner, Driscoll in the air in right field. Bayer is coming in on it. He'll make the catch on it. Biller tagging from third. The throw home. It's a good one. The tag. It is in time. And gone down is the base runner. Biller. Kevin Grabber comes scampering home. What a throw out there by T.J. Bayer. And it is an inning-ending 9-2 double play. And the Sea Unicorns will, for now, keep this ball game intact. There is a conversation with all of the umpires.
I thought he was safe. I actually think he got the arm above the tag, and that's the conversation right now if anybody had seen it. We're going to take a look at the replay.
Oh, yeah, they're going to rule him safe. Here is that look on our replay cam, and the Spinners have a 2-1 lead on it. Jordan Henriquez, RBI sac fly. How about the swim move over there by Cam Biller? And because of it, the Spinners are on top 2-1.
Yeah, really pretty move by Biller. He's been great over at first base, and that's a winning play from one of the leaders of this Lowell group.
So it's a 2-1 Spinners ball game. Marco Zerpolo will get a chance to swing after the sac fly. And Biller does come home to score. And now they're going to throw over to third because they don't think that Biller successfully tagged up. And now Zach Gitcher is going to come out of the Norwich dugout. He is frustrated because he believes Biller did not tag up. I'm not sure if we have eyes on that because we were out there on the fly ball to right field. So I'm not so sure that we would even have a chance ourselves to see whether or not Biller waited long enough to go home. Either way, it is Zerpolo batting. Aboard at first is Driscoll. Here's the offering. Outside snap throw over to first. It's in time. Bryce Miller, how are you doing tonight? And the Sea Unicorns gone down the base runner Driscoll. It is a 2-1 Spinners lead. We go to the bottom of the sixth right here on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, but how about one more look? Bryce Miller, what a throw behind the plate to throw out Aiden Driscoll. And how about this defensive sequence for Norwich?
Absolutely. Miller was able to get a good throw. You take a look at TJ Bayer's attempt. We'll take a look at it one more time. I don't think Miller got the tag. If you look at Miller's hand, he lost the ball temporarily. That's why Lowell was upset and never got the tag on him. And then you take a look at Bryce Miller a little bit later on. Gets up, snap, throw, good hand position. Treat for the second time today, puts a good tag on after Tabbitt did it a little bit earlier. That's the second time Norwich has gotten out without having a hitter involved.
It's the second inning of relief for Grant McCubbery on the rubber LaSalle product. He'll be greeted by Brandon O'Neill. He takes on the inside corner, strike one. It is 7, 8, and 9 due up for Norwich in this home half of the sixth inning, trail by a 2-1 score after the Henriquez RBI sac fly. That was later overturned after review by the umpires. Either way, the defense has been on display from both clubs today. Very different looking ball game than what we saw in Lowell yesterday. The pitch home inside 1-1. And holding up is O'Neill. Check that, 2-1 the count on the Central Connecticut State Blue Devil, who has been a better hitter in Norwich.
He has been a much better hitter here in Norwich. He's seeing the ball, nice short swing, same type of swing as Bryce Miller, the man above him.
Same as Bayer, too, when he's really going right. Up empty on that big Uncle Charlie. That was a good curveball from McCubbery. And he really had O'Neill off balance. One fastball, curveball. It's even 2-2 on the Norwich right-handed hitting third baseman. Check that at second today. Cuts and misses on the slider, and he is frustrated. Down on strikes is O'Neill. One gone in the Norwich sixth inning. Fans, Griswold Pride. Pride stands for the partnership to reduce the influence of drugs for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for information. That's Griswold Pride.
Treat, after making a tag over at first base on the Bryce Miller snap throw, well, look to continue a good day, a walk and a single. Trying to reach for the third time. He'll see ball one away.
5 strikeouts tonight for Lowell pitching. Unicorns 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error. 2 runs on 5 hits for Lowell in front in the bottom of the 6th, the 1-0. That's all over the inner half of the plate, 1-1. Jack Treat, who, as you had mentioned, very good defensively at first, helping Norwich complete a couple of pickoffs today. On 1-1, curveball on the ground, slapped foul, strike 2. And McCubbery really mixing in his breaking pitches this inning.
Yeah, that's something we didn't see in the previous inning. A lot of fastball, heavy counts, and it's good to see that slider. It's always fun to see what guys have, especially here in the Futures League, and then they continue to develop into whatever they're playing in college, and in a lot of cases, as we saw yesterday and throughout the weekend, at the big league level as well.
A ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting first baseman Jack Treat. The 1-2 offering, high and away, overthrown fastball, 2-2. For a guy like McCubbery, always so exciting when you have multiple pitches going your way. That time that fastball a little overthrown, 2-2. See what he wants to go to here. He's going to that curveball, shattered the bat at Treat. It's looped over the mound. Going to be a tough play to throw to first, and it's in time. Boy, what a play on the rubber. Grant McCubbery, have yourself a defensive sequence after the shattered bat when flying up the right side. Treat is down, and there are 2 down.
One of the most athletic plays I've seen from a pitcher this year, as you get a good look at it there. Really tough throw. You see that a lot of times at any level, be thrown into the seats or away, and just great composure from McCubbery on the mound.
Norwich nearly with their 5th infield hit of the ball game. Bayer's only hit that escaped the infield has produced the only run of the game. It came in the 4th inning today. Here is David Pengel with the bases empty. Curveball, check swing is foul, and boy, that curveball's been a real twister today for this Norwich group. In the 6th inning, just way out in front of it, he's had them fooled.
Yeah, whether it be Schmoller or McCubbery, they're throwing it in good counts as well.
Yeah.
An 0-0 count, you're not expecting that, so Pengel's dialed up for the fastball, and then you see him get off balance as his eyes light up when the ball comes over.
Do you go
the plate.
fastball here after that huge curveball, or do you go back to another breaking pitch?
It depends. McCubbery has everything going right now. I'd probably go to a breaking pitch again.
See what he wants to do. There is that curveball again, and why not? He's been good with it, but that buckled inside. It's even 1-1 on David Pengel, who has an infield hit. He's also hit into a fielder's choice ground out. The 1-1. Fastball up and away, 2-1, and that fastball has been overthrown at times this inning from McCubbery, but his off-speed pitch and his breaking pitches really help balance him out today.
They have, and 2-1 count. One of the first times the Norwich hitters had the count in their favor with McCubbery out there.
The 2-1. There is that curveball. It's roped into left field. It'll fall in front of Aiden Driscoll, who stumbles out there. And now Pengel is going to hunt his way into second base. That ball squeaks away. Quickly supported over there by Cam Biller. And it is a 1-out knock. To second on the fielding error is Pengel, and the Unicorns have the tying run in scoring position.
They'll take a break, and then you switch the lineup card over to Kenny Noe, who's been electric so far this year.
Much better balance on that curveball, too.
Much better. It also helped out that McCubbery left it up a little higher, and Pengel, with those long arms, able to extend.
This is the man you want up. Kenny Noe has an infield hit, has flied out, and been hit by the pitch. Pengel is the tying run. Now 7 hits in the ball game for Norwich. Right on left matchup with Noe batting. Noe comes from a baseball family. His father, Kenny, played D1 baseball at Maryland, one of those baseball schools. And Noe trying to follow suit. His younger brother also plays baseball as well. And as he has talked about, he really tries to be a role model for his younger siblings. Here's the 0-1. High and away, fastball, boy. A high strike call, and McCubbery got it.
He did. When you're pitching as well as Grant McCubbery is, you're going to get calls like that. Good job behind the plate by Waterman as well to keep it stiff.
So in the driver's seat is McCubbery after he gets a benefiting call from Tony Venturini, the home plate umpire. 0-2 on Noe with Pangol in scoring position. On 0-2, that's downstairs. Good block back there by Waterman. It's 1-2.
Good leave by Kenny. That's a pitch that's wipe out. Right at your knees to start with, and then it just drops off the face of the earth. Good balance from the left-handed hitter.
He's been exceptional from the left side this summer. Really has spoke about his comfortability from that side. In the air, out to right center field. It'll hang up out there. Underneath it to squeeze it is Quinn Murphy, and the Unicorns strand a man in scoring position. We go to the seventh. Spinners on top. 2-1 on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Head to the seventh inning here tonight. Alex D'Ambrosio back out on the rubber. 2-1. Spinners are leading. Two scoreless frames out of the bullpen for Grant McCubbery, who has been really sharp. Norwich now 1 for 8 with men in scoring position, and it has been a difference maker and a real killer to the Norwich offense. Norwich goes out on the road tomorrow. Check that. They stay here tomorrow. They will see the Nashua Silver Knights. This is a busy home week, and Jacob Schrag will get the start for Norwich, who's been really good, Logan, in that role.
He really has been in that role, whether it's 3 to 4 innings. That's all they really needed from him, and being able to have electric stuff with the fastball and that diving changeup is fun to watch as well.
D'Ambrosio meeting here with Marco Zerpolo. That is on the ground. Tough play over at third. Corralled by Park. His throw is scooped by Jack Treat. What a play defensively. The two corner infielders teaming up for a 5-3 ground out, and the leadoff man is retired.
Yeah, take a look at it. Matt Park has been awesome all day. Barely gets its snow cone up and gunning. What a play over there by the youngster Jack Treat. One of the best defensive plays of the night.
Boy, the defense today has just been exceptional from both sides.
Another one pitch out as well.
Fifth time today. And that is a mark you gladly will take if you're on the Norwich side. Fletcher Waterman will stand in that righty box. He's up for the third time today as a base hit. Check that. He has struck out in both of his plate appearances, looking at strike one. Even count on Waterman. D'Ambrosio is set. It's a 2-1 Lowell lead. The pitch home. That went way inside, and that curveball caught him. There is a man on. Unicorns on Wednesdays here at Dodd Stadium. You can enjoy a midweek ballpark bundle by purchasing a premium seat and 2 hot dogs for just $15. Our next midweek ballpark bundle is headed to Dodd Stadium on Wednesday, July 29th, when the Unicorns host the Westfield Starfires. our final one also against Westfield. That is on August the 5th. First pitch for those ball games is 6:30. And ticket information at GoSeaUnicorns.com. Would love to see you here in attendance at Dodd Stadium. 1-0 is the count on David Vanderzowen, the pitch. Fastball up top, 2-0.
D'Ambrosio's got to lean a little bit more. What I mean by that is he's a little bit higher than he should be. His center of gravity has to be a touch lower so he can throw all that momentum towards Bryce Miller to keep that ball a little bit lower.
These two teams are combined for 12 hits. That was the total amount of hits for just Lowell in that ball game yesterday. Fouled back to the mesh for strike one.
Good to see a Norwich attack tonight. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, 1 for 8 in scoring position when there are runners in that spot. It's a number that Norwich has really struggled with as the year has gone on.
When Norwich was rolling over their 3-game winning streak, they were exceptional with 2 outs against them, but especially in RBI opportunities, and because of it, they were able to sweep that 3-game set. A much-needed one against those Worcester Bravehearts, who are now a game back of 500. 2-1 to Vanderzowen, sliced foul, 2-2.
Good adjustment after falling behind in the count from D'Ambrosio. Again, that center of gravity lowered just a little bit, able to be more direct towards the plate and put a ball in a good spot. It's all about location for D'Ambrosio, not going to overpower you with too much.
So over that 3-game winning streak, the Sea Unicorns were 11 for 36 with men in scoring position. Very productive in that spot, 2-2. Off the end of the bat, fouled away with 2 outs in the inning. Norwich even better in that category, 5 for 13. Those are the productive outs we're talking about. And that batting average, .385 with men in scoring position. And that's going to win you ball games.
Sure is.
On 2-2, there goes the base runner, and having trouble getting rid of it is Miller. Swipe bag for the base runner, Waterman, who's into scoring position, and again D'Ambrosio having his troubles with base runners on.
Picked a good pitch, Waterman did, to run on that slider. That's away. That's going to always be challenging for Miller to throw a runner out.
It's a full count on Vanderzowen. The pitch, again, popped up foul. He's really fighting here with 2 strikes. When Norwich bats in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Bayer, Park, and Powers. Norwich hoping to have a little comeback in them here tonight against a Lowell team that has held the upper hand, 4-1 in the 5 meetings. D'Ambrosio steps off the rubber and loops it over to second.
That's fine. Keep him honest. Be able to control the pace of the game if you're the pitcher. Lowell in a lot of matchups this year, whether they be at LeLacheur Park or here at Dodd Stadium, has controlled the pace of the game. Whether it's acceleration or when they're winning, they're taking it a step back and slowing it down.
Big lead over there at second, and that curveball nowhere near the zone. And it is a 1-out walk. Vanderzowen is on, and some traffic for Quincy Kerr. Zach Gitcher is going to make a pitching change here. That'll wrap it up. An inning and a third for D'Ambrosio, but has struggled with some command. Has hit a batter and walked a man. It is a right-hander coming in. We'll meet him when we come back. 2-1 Lowell threatening in the top of the 7th. Unicorns Baseball is streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
Unicorns make a call to the bullpen for the right-hander, Jack Scholes. 4 saves this summer, and boy, has he been good out of the Norwich bullpen his last outing. was against the Worcester Bravehearts last Friday, and he went 2 innings of shutout baseball. Another tremendous outing, 4 punch-outs along the way, and he did not allow any hits to the Worcester offense.
11 appearances so far here for Mr. Scholes. 4 of them have been in save situations, has been 100% in that category, 15 innings. An ERA south of 2 at 1.80. That whip right around 1 where you'd like it. And the big number that pops off the screen is 19 strikeouts in just 15 innings of work.
Catholic product has been very good for Norwich, and the man they call Nails for one reason, because of what he has done in the late innings. That all started at Catholic, and it has continued into the Futures League. Comes in a big spot, a couple of men on, and a 2-1 Lowell lead. He'll be greeted by Quincy Kerr, and then the top of the order waiting for him. Double play is available, and a force out at any base. First and second, 1 out.
Yeah, this is a situation for Scholes where he's not pitched too much in this year. A lot of appearances have been to start innings. He doesn't come in the middle very often. So this will challenge the youngster. He doesn't see this very often. So being able to have exposure to as many different things before the upcoming season down in the D.C. area can only benefit.
100%. And this is all about growth, too. This is a good chance for him, a challenging opportunity. This first pitch home outside, tailing away, ball 1 from the right-handed hitting Quincy Kerr. On at first is Vanderzauwen, and in scoring position at second is Waterman. 1-0 on the number 9 place hitter in the Lowell lineup. The 1-0. That is at the knees, bottom shelf heater. Good.
The heater's been great.
Good pitch for him, really good.
Apologize for cutting you off there, but that heater's been awesome. I think that's one of the things that he's really done a good job of putting the heater not only over the plate, but over the plate where you can't hit it.
That would have been a ground ball. That's a wave and a miss for strike 2, and Scholes continuing to dial it up. This is a trusted arm out of the Norwich bullpen, and he has count control on Kerr. On deck is the leadoff man, Bratspis. 2 on with 1 out. Set up inside is Miller. He's been great back there tonight. That is just outside. Boy, that looked like a strike from up here, but no cigar, says Tony Venturini. That'll keep this at bat going 2-2. And Scholes will try and find another put-out pitch. That was a good fastball again, which has been working for him. He goes back to another that was overthrown outside.
That's what happens a lot with pitchers when they feel as if they've gotten a call that they have not.
Yeah.
I believe it was a strike. I think that was missed by Venturini behind the plate, and then you get a little big as a pitcher. You want to throw it as hard as you can because you're frustrated, and then you pull it.
So now a full count after a 1-2 spot. Scholes has it full on Kerr. His offering, there go both base runners. The throw to second, not in time, and down on strikes is the batter Quincy Kerr in a very similar spot where ball 2 was called. Scholes gets it that time. And now men are at second and third with 2 outs. Sander Bratspis with an RBI opportunity awaiting him, and the Unicorns trying to get through the frame.
They sure are. An interesting choice by Lowell to pull off a double steal. A ball put in play and is caught is an inning-ending double play.
Yeah. Lowell's been really good and picking their moments to steal bags. And I'm sure they felt if Bryce Miller decided to throw it a second, they were sending their man home, try and create a little separation. Bratspis wave and a miss, strike 1. Another fastball that is jumping right now for the right-hander. Scholes, a little ride on that heater. And he is a confident individual out of the Norwich pen. Now 20 punch-outs this summer. He gets another cut and a miss. A hearty cut from Bratspis. Expanded his zone on the outside fastball. And Scholes now with a chance to punch out back-to-back hitters and end the threat in the Spinners' 7th inning. Norwich trailing by a run. It's 2-1 for the visitors on a Monday night. The 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2.
I'll bet my house he goes to the up fastball here.
Yeah.
You can't show it in that situation after you do it 3 times. Goes to the changeup, misses. all a setup pitch with a trio of twos here in the visiting half of the 7th.
Scholes hoping to lock in that final strike. Here's the 2-2. Wave and a miss. Struck him out. Down by the way of the K is Xander Bratsmith. And Scholes enters back-to-back strikeouts. It is stretch time in the Rose City. 2-1 for Lowell right here on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
It is the bottom of the 7th inning here tonight in Norwich. Spinners are on top 2-1, and Grant McCovery has been good. Out of the Spinners bullpen has made it 2 scoreless frames and gets a chance to work his 3rd following a 4-inning start tonight from Hayden Schmoller, who allowed just the 1 earned run on the Bayer RBI knock. Biller scoring on the RBI sac fly is the difference in this ball game. Fans, Sundays are fun days here at Dodd Stadium, and we can't wait to welcome you back to Dodd Stadium for our next Sunday Fun Day on July 19th. It's the Westfield Starfires. Thanks to our good friends at New London Public School, Magnet Pathways. Following the ball game, kids 12 and under can run the bases and have a catch in the outfield. Those ball games are 1 o'clock start times in Norwich. Again, go to unicorns.com to purchase your tickets today. TJ Bayer starts it out for Norwich. 1 run on 7 hits, 1 error for the Unicorns attack. 2 runs on 5 hits for Lowell. Fastball clocked in to the top of the zone.
It's getting towards the end here. We only have 1 Sunday Fun Day after this.
Yeah, and we're out of our Monday Kids Eat Free reads now.
What are we doing?
They're going to start dwindling away. This is the time of the year. 0-1. Just outside 1-1.
What is it? After tomorrow, there's only 1 Tuesday game left.
Yeah.
That's the New Britain game on August the 4th. Getting towards the end. It's flown by this summer, it feels like.
It is. The days are long, but the weeks are quick.
Tell me about it. It's like go-to saying for my mom. She's big on that. Oh, big on that. True, though. You don't think about it like that, but it's true.
No. Nothing like a great night spent at the ballpark. Bayer pops one. It's not popped. That's chopped foul.
It's all right.
2-2 for the Unicorns. Number 2 spot in the lineup. Trying to spark something, and that was one of your keys tonight, finding a spark.
Yeah, after a game like last night when you lose via the mercy rule, it's hard to come back. But if you have a spark, even if this game isn't the result that you're looking for, this has been a very competitive battle between a Lowell team that's dominated this year as Bayer strikes out by way of the K.
What a fastball. Just slippery movement down and off the plate. And now Matt Park will step into the righty box, who is 0 for 3 himself. 3 flyouts. Couple to left, 1 to center. He squared up a couple, but it has been right at the Lowell defense. And why change Grant McCovery? He has been rolling tonight out of the Spinners bullpen. Breaking pitch downstairs for ball 1. Park trying to get himself going once again offensively. really streaky hitter. But when he is right at the plate, he is as dangerous as anyone.
Yeah, I really feel like Park's been good tonight, being able to drive the ball. He's done it 3 times. Murphy out there in center. And then Zerpolo out and left have made some good plays against him. And all I'm saying is the wind is blowing out right now.
It is. Oh.
I'm just saying.
Are you calling a shot?
I'm not calling a shot. I'm just saying it's blowing out. Obviously, a 3-0 count changes things.
It'll be a full-on hitters count now. 3-1. McCubry trying to relocate the strike zone with the right-handed hitting corner infielder Matt Park at the plate. The 3-0. There is that fastball. It caught the top of the zone for a called strike. Bases are empty. 3-1 is the count on the Norwich third baseman tonight. The 3-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and that just kept falling away from Park. An unhittable pitch really from McCubry, who has really hit his spots today. And credit back there to Waterman. His battery mate really in sync with him. Full count after falling behind 3-0. Big right-hander set, the 3-2 on the ground. Softly hit. Bratz pitch charging in. His throw across the diamond, not nearly in time. And it is an infield single for Norwich. Their 6th infield hit of the ball game, and there is a 1-out base runner.
6 out of the 8 hits are infield singles. I challenge you, Mr. Plager, to find a game in the Futures League ever that has happened.
I'll have to do a lot of digging. I'm not sure if we have enough time.
We don't.
To do that tonight. Either way, that is what you're looking for. Tying run is on. There is some action in that Spinners bullpen. Nothing imminent, some light action. Now 8 hits tonight for Norwich. Here is the dangerous Jackson Powers, who has his 3-game hitting streak hanging in the balance. Powers is our featured player on our homestand program this week, so if you are out at Dodd Stadium, certainly learn a little more about Jackson Powers, and it is always fun to hand those out to our fans. And also some news as far as the recent MLB draft to our first 100 fans that enter the ballpark. 1-0 on JP, trying to deliver here in the 7th inning. The pitch home, there is that breaking ball. And it is in the zone for a called strike. Powers tonight struck out, grounded out, and flied out.
4, 5, 6 have struggled. No hits between that group. Just the 1 walk from John Bureau in the first.
There's that curveball down and away, 2-1. Park not a guy with base stealing motor speed that you would pick to swipe it back. You don't want to run into an out. It is double play depth for the Spinners defense with 1 out and a man on at first. Biller holding on Park. Here's the 2-1 off the end of the bat, foul, and that has been the swing you said from Powers, where you feel like he's reading it a little better to fight off some of those pitches, more so in a 2-strike count. And now it is even 2-2 on the Norwich DH. Right on left matchup. McCubry in his 3rd inning out of the Spinners bullpen. He's been sharp, only 2 hits allowed. There is that big curveball, and boy, did Powers catch a break. That was all over the outside corner. And that is a miss, and the count is full, 3-2. Another one of those head scratchers from Tony Venturini. This time it goes Norwich's way, and it is a full count. They check in on Park. Boy, he was leaning.
He was leaning indeed. Good communication by Biller to get a throw over there. Already seen that twice on the Norwich side. A couple of pickoffs, one from Miller, one from Tabbitt. Lowell trying to steal one of their own.
The right-hander is set. Full count coming home to Powers. It is right back up the middle, a base hit. Hits in 4 straight games for Jackson Powers. Just rolled it up the middle. A real tough 2-strike pitch, and Norwich has them at 1st and 2nd with 1 out.
That's what JP does. Just throws the bat head out there and not necessarily hopes for the best, but when you put the ball in play, good things happen. It looks like there might be a change here.
It is the pitching coach, Anthony DeFabia. He'll make the slow walk out and try and slow things down for his right-hander. On the hill, Grant McCubry. That's going to allow a little more time for their bullpen to continue to warm up. And a chance to let you know that the Burns Agency, let them simplify your insurance needs. Go to theburnsagency.com to find out more. The Burns Agency, now part of Hub International. John Bureau is the batter coming up, and this is a guy you really feel like a hit here could get him going at the plate.
Lowell's in trouble here. Really the first time they've been in it. I know Norwich has a run, but feels as if the pressure is a little bit mounted here in the later stages.
These outs become tougher and tougher and more magnified as you climb through the night. Here is Bureau, the pitch home. There is that big curveball, and he slots that in on the bottom shelf, strike one. On at first is Jackson Powers, who has been soaring in the month of July, and it is Park in scoring position. There is a force out available. Bureau taking inside 1-1. This is also a guy that is going to see some extended playing time without Keenan Williamson, who has departed for the summer. That opens up a spot in the outfield. No Mike Fiataroni. That was a guy that played everywhere on the infield, and Bureau, one of those utility men, first base and left field. That is line through the left side, a base hit. Matt Park is going to get the red light at third. Well played by Colby Regione, who we have talked about the base running with, and Norwich has loaded them up for the third time today. Backside single, John Bureau, and how about that swing?
Yeah, great swing. Now Park, Powers, and Bureau have all singled. I think that's going to warrant a pitching change.
Kevin Grabber strides out of the Spinners dugout. It's 2 1/3 innings out of the Lowell bullpen. 4 hits allowed. A couple have come here in this frame. Norwich has them loaded. It is a new arm for Lowell. We'll meet them when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Norwich has loaded them up. We'll be back in a moment.
Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
For the third time tonight, Norwich has loaded them up. It is a left-hander. The high socks out there for Jake Zawatsky. He now gets the baseball UMass Lowell product out of Billerica, Massachusetts. Is on the rubber for Kevin Grabber, trying to tightrope out of a bases-loaded jam. A look at the numbers for the new arm in the ball game.
Appearance number 9 for Zawatsky. He's been in a starter's role. This will be his 6th time out of the pen. 0-2 with a save on his line. High usage, 24 in a third inning. That ERA just north of 5. The whip has been the problem. That's just under 2 at 1.73. 19 strikeouts. Last was used when Lowell hosted New Britain on July the 9th. 2 innings, 6 hits, and 5 runs.
Bryce Miller, a guy trying to get himself clicking today, has struck out in all 3 of his at-bats. Boy, you just get this feeling that he is the guy you want up there trying to break through. It's been a tough day for him at the plate, but it is a lefty, and he swings from the right side in the matchup you would like with Bryce Miller batting. And interesting to go to a left-hander here with a couple of righties due up in Miller and O'Neill before the left-handed hitting Jack Treat, should the inning continue. One out, and they are loaded. The tying run is Powers over at third. Check that. Park at third, Powers at second, and Bureau at first. Zawatsky set his offering home, wave, and a miss, strike one.
Yeah, just Miller hasn't seen the ball very well today. Obviously, 3 strikeouts is indicative of that, but he's been late. The foot has been down late, and everything else that follows as well.
Hoping to figure it out in a no-ball, 1-strike count with Zawatsky in. It is a left-hander and a different look for Norwich, who have seen a couple of righties. That is punched foul on the right side. Boy, that was the approach you would like to see from Miller, trying to find the backside there. That did disintegrate his bat, and he's going to need a new one here. And it's quickly 0-2 on the Yale Bulldog.
It's kind of the Ivy League approach. Just simple things. Put the ball the other way. Nice little hits through. The Ivy League's not really known for home run hitting and power. No. Very similar to what the schools are made of, just kind of consistency and simplicity. It's cool to kind of see that baseball translate into Bryce Miller's game as well.
Yale was really good in the Ivy League this past spring. They have a number of Sea Unicorns sprayed onto their roster. 0-2 here on this Yale Bulldog out of San Diego, California. Here's the 0-2. It is taken downstairs. Check swing. Miller, he did hold up for ball one. Boy, that was a nasty slider from Zawatsky, and it just fell off the face of the earth.
Sure was nasty. Had a chance to see Bryce play earlier on in the collegiate season. They came down to Fairfield for a game, just a midweek. Really good during that game. A lot of things have translated, and I actually think he's improved defensively as well.
Norwich has them loaded. The 1-2 offering is right back to the screen. Miller, maybe his best swing tonight on that heater that stayed up in the zone, and it remains a ball and 2 strikes. Runners are everywhere. Park at third, Powers at second, and Bureau at first, a trio that had really struggled until this inning, and now it's Miller trying to drive them in. Third time today with the bases full, hoping for the charm. The 1-2 pitch. That is popped up foul. Norwich would take a sac fly here. It would tie the game. Spinners lead 2-1. Sea Unicorns have doubled them up, though, in the hit column, 10-5. But where it matters, Spinners with the 1-run edge. This is a pivotal game in the standings, and one where you really feel like it's a 2-game swing with the team chasing you. Here's the 1-2. That's down and in. What a take. 2-2.
Best at bat by far from the Sea Unicorns backstop.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Bryce Miller, hoping to spark the rally in the bottom of the 7th. The air is tightened here at Dodd Stadium. They're loaded. Waterman set up inside. Here's the 2-2. Taking on the inside corner. And for the 4th time tonight, Miller down on strikes. There's 2 outs. And it'll be up to Brandon O'Neill.
Yeah, I just didn't see it. I think that's been the theme of the night. I mentioned it earlier in the at-bat. I thought he got better as the at-bat went on. But it's also a good pitch from Zawatsky right on the inside half.
So he really had to work his way to a strikeout that time. And it took 7 pitches to retire Miller. 2 outs, and now Brandon O'Neill. Fastball high and away, ball 1. You just take the runs as you get them.
Anyway, in this situation, especially against this Lowell team who's had the Sea Unicorns number all year long.
They certainly have, and they have gotten it done in a variety of different ways. A couple of 1-run wins mixed in there, too. Topper foul on the third base side. A walk-off win. Won a 1-run game here in Norwich. And the 2 big ones were the Mercy Rule wins in Lowell, in the Mill City. Even count, 1-1 on Brandon O'Neill. Hoping to strike, and again, Norwich with the bases full are now 0 for 3 tonight in that spot. And 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The 1-1. Wave and a miss on a nasty wipeout slider.
Yeah, Zawadzki, ever since he came into the game, has been really good at keeping hitters off balance. Threw a couple of good sliders to Miller that he laid off of, then threw the fastball that surprised him, and then O'Neill's had trouble with that slider to start this at-bat.
Runs away so quick, and it looks similar to that fastball, and then it drops off. It's 1-2 on O'Neill. Zawadzki set. Left-hander taking his time from the third base side of the rubber. Boy, what a block. Fletcher Waterman keeps this game tied.
Sure did. Great play by that Lowell backstop. He's been good all day, blocking baseballs, keeping Lowell in this game. There's been a few that have been sporadic. Made a catch in the third inning that was very similar.
All twos across the board with the bases loaded. On 2-2 to Brandon O'Neill. It is punched back foul. Really fought it off.
Really did, and he made a late decision. Got lucky just to make any type of contact with it, but good fight throughout the entire night from this Norwich attack.
Zawadzki has been sharp out of the bullpen, entering in a bases-loaded spot. Got the strikeout of Miller, and it's even on O'Neill. Another 2-2 coming home. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Brandon O'Neill tardy on the heater, and Zawadzki punches out 2, and he strands the bases loaded. To the 8th we go. 2-1, Lowell in front.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days same as cash and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
So a Houdini act of sorts out of the Spinners bullpen. Jake Zawadzki working around a bases-loaded jam, and Norwich tonight now 0 for 4 with the bases loaded. Jack Scholl's back out for the 8th inning. Norwich is not the only team in action here today. Logan Rundy will walk us around our out-of-town scoreboard.
Yeah, around the league, Westfield is in Worcester, Massachusetts. They are up in that game, so Worcester in trouble en route to possibly losing another game. Vermont is down at New Britain, about 40 minutes away. And then an interesting game, Nash was playing an exhibition tonight against the Keene Swap Bats of the NECBL. That game went final, and the NECBL beats the Futures League 2-1.
That's actually a very competitive, tight game, and those are two leagues very similar in competition. Arguable to say that the NECBL is a better league, slightly better than the Futures League, but how about that 2-1 ball game? Very similar feel to the one here tonight. A little bit of everything. Leadoff man up is Quinn Murphy, starting it out 2-3-4 for Lowell. It's a first pitch strike from Jack Scholes, who has had all-star stuff all summer long, and we will only find out later this week if he gets his name into that all-star game. Certainly deserving of it. It's ruled for ball 1.
Interesting approach back there from Vendetti. We've not loved some of the calls, but again, I thought he was consistent for the first 5 innings, and that's one of the hardest jobs.
It is.
Say that.
Now with the ABS in Major League Baseball. Grounder on the right side, scooped up by Jack Treat. Your thoughts on ABS? And I'm a big believer that you want to get the calls right as often as you can. But I do like the 3 challenge rule, and that adds a little nuanced strategy into the game as far as when you can use them.
Yeah, I think this year's been a great year for the MLB. It's brought a lot of interest to the game as well. Obviously, with the pitch clock a couple of years ago, that was big addition for the MLB as Scholes delivers the ball up and in.
You like the pitch clock?
I do. I think it accelerates games, and at that time when games are going 3.5, 4 hours, we're in a newer generation.
You don't want to be at the ballpark for 4?
Well, it's to me, I don't mind it at all. I think it's the general fan that would have the problem with it.
In the air, popped up on the infield dirt, calling for it. Brandon O'Neill, 2 up, 2 down, and plenty of soft contact. And Scholes jamming the dangerous Cam Miller, and that's where you have to pitch to him. And I know that has been a hot topic for you all summer. You have to be comfortable throwing inside, and you have to believe in your stuff, that you're going to spot your stuff when you go inside, because you can really shatter a lot of bats, carve up a lot of orders, but more importantly, make it nearly impossible for the barrel of that bat to connect with the pitch.
Yeah, that included. And back to what we were talking about in the MLB, I think ABS is huge. It's probably the change that was needed. It was just those, anywhere from 5 to 7 calls that were making impacts in games, and you've seen it a couple of times where in the 9th inning, in the later stages of the games, they've been reversed, and the result actually changes. So good on Rob Manfred and good for the MLB.
1-0, now 1-1. Big wave and a miss. Good heater. Boy, that fastball has had plus stuff. It would be that go-to pitch for Jack Scholes, trying to work his 2nd inning out of the Norwich bullpen after entering in relief of Alex D'Ambrosio. Fastball pushing inside for ball 2. Norwich has a left-hander loosening in their bullpen.
Might be one of the new acquisitions.
Might be Kevin Penny, who is a left-hander. And what an entrance that would be in his first day in Norwich. Boy, he checked his swing. And going around, says the home plate umpire, Tony Venturini, 2-2. Interesting, a couple of times when we have seen an appeal, it has been the home plate umpire that has made the final ruling. All 2s across the board. On the cleanup man, Aiden Driscoll, the 2-2. Bouncing ball. Tough play over there. Jack Treat finds it, spots it to first, and Jack Treat covering the first base bag. Jack Scholes covering the bag helps conclude a 1-2-3 8th inning. Norwich hoping to respond in the home half. It's a 2-1 Spinners lead on the Futures League Network and live on YouTube, SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
With Jewett City Savings Bank's free access checking account, you get everything you need to take control of your money, including mobile banking, mobile check deposit, and a contactless debit card with mobile wallet. Add a high-yield savings account for even more control. Stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com to open your account today. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the home half here in Norwich, Connecticut. The Spinners lead 2-1 after a bases loaded jam.
For the 3rd time?
For the 3rd time, indeed, that Lowell was able to get out of, and then a 1-2-3 by Jack Scholes.
How about the play defensively? I'm not sure. Can we get another look at that Jack Treat? That was a tremendous play over there at first. And Jack Scholes, Jack to Jack, helping out. Finish things up in that top of the 8th inning, and the defense has been really good tonight.
Yeah, Scholes, great recovery. It's a panic situation when you don't field the ball cleanly, and again, the youth of this team has showed up defensively tonight and looking to do it with the bat now, Scholes is.
Here is Jack Treat. He's batting for Norwich, and he cuts and misses. It's strike one. A huge swing almost out of his shoes.
Simple approach. Have to find a way to just put the ball in play. Hitting one, 370 down that line is not what you're aiming for.
No. Zawatsky has been impressive in his relief outing, and he is in the driver's seat, way ahead of Treat, 0-2. Entered the night in a bases-loaded jam, and he punched out back-to-back hitters to evacuate the jam. He's hoping for his third in a row. 0-2. The pitch. Taken. Just missed. Pro take by Jack Treat. That is a borderline pitch. And a stone-cold take by Jack Treat, trying to start the rally here in the home half of the 8th inning. The 1-2. That swung on and missed. Struck him out. Back-to-back-to-back Ks for Zawatsky since he has entered. Fans, as we head to the finish line at Highway Campers, home is where you park it. That's the motto for Highway Campers on Route 12 in Plainfield. Family owned since 1967. Camping season is here. Check out their inventory of new and used campers and park models at highwaycampers.com. Remember, home is where you park it. Here is Pangol on the outside corner. There's the changeup.
A little low. Again, Norwich is not going to get anywhere complaining. You need to find a way to score with runners in scoring position.
Yes.
Right? You know what I mean? So
2 for 11 tonight with runners in scoring position. 0-1. High and away, 1-1, and certainly have had their chances, no doubt about it. The first and the second, and the latest in that 7th inning, and it was not where it was just 2 outs. It was bases loaded and 1 out, and back-to-back strikeouts, and those are really frustrating, non-productive outs, and that is something we've talked about. If you're going to make an out, make them a productive out, and that defense was still at standard alignment. They did not pull their infield defense in. Maybe a bunt, but again, Norwich trying to just find a way here in this 8th inning. The 1-2 fouled off, and maybe the guy you do want to try and start that rally, and David Pangol has been so good in these types of spots, whether it is finishing a rally to produce that run or to start the rally.
Yeah, and it's a second leadoff hitter. When you have a guy with that much speed and versatility on the base pass, it's so important to get him on as he takes a borderline pitch.
Boy, now it's the Lowell dugout with some frustration. Either way, David Pangol still batting against Jake Zawatsky, trying to make it 4 consecutive strikeouts. Pangol hoping to break up that streak. Waterman set up inside, the pitch home. That is on the ground to first, snagged by Biller. 2 up, 2 down, and Norwich down to their final out in this penultimate 8th inning.
And now Kenny Noe has to hit from the right side, which he's still good from, but he's much, much better from that left side. So it's all about the guys in front of you. Can you get guys on for Kenny to just put the ball in play? Because the power is much different from this side of the plate.
2 outs, and now Kenny Noe from the right side of the plate, who has hit lefty all day, but different story with the southpaw on the rubber. Zawatsky has been brilliant out of the Spinners' pen. He's all over the zone, and a big part of his success tonight has been strike 1 early in the count.
Doesn't fall behind very often, as you mentioned. And not falling behind to start, it gives you an advantage no matter what.
No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on the outer black for ball 1. Not often you say that, but boy, I tell you what, this strike zone here has been as confusing as they get. And I don't know how you decide which pitches you're going to take if you're the batter. Boy, they've gone both ways. The pendulum swinging Norwich's way that time. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Similar spot. And boy,
I think you reversed both calls there. I thought it was the opposite both times.
Wow. 1-2.
We're right behind home plate as well. We're a little bit higher up. Gives us a better advantage, but Again, I'd switch both calls back. Still 1-2 count regardless.
Yes. So Zawadzki with a chance to make it a clean 8. The pitch home. Swing and a miss on a nasty wipeout slider. Noe sent packing, and we go to the 9th. Lowell holding on to a 2-1 lead. Sea Unicorns baseball is streaming live on YouTube, SNSN Sports, and the Futures League Network.
Own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great partner.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and stop the bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Jordan Henriquez leads it off for Lowell. We're in the 9th inning, and Jack Scholes still out there, who has been sharp out of the Sea Unicorns pen, inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball. On the first pitch in the air, tailing foul. It's in the bullpen, out of play.
Long first out, probably the best swing off Scholes today. Went 320 feet down that line.
Norwich trailing by a run. And they are going to need a magical 9th inning to get the job done tonight against Lowell. And I would imagine Jake Zawadzki would start that inning. Why would you not go to him? He's been that good out of the Spinners bullpen. Even count 1-1 on Henriquez, who is batting now for the 4th time today. Had that RBI sac fly to give the Spinners the lead. 1-1. The pitch. There's that big curveball. That's in the zone. 1-2.
Need a quick inning from Scholes. Doesn't usually work more than 2. Been in a save situation the majority of his collegiate career and here in Norwich. 3rd inning might be the most on the year.
Oh, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Overthrew the fastball. Norwich gets up in the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up. That is the part of the order you would like to see. Down and away, 3-2. Full count on Henriquez.
I like that deep breath there from Jack Scholes. Nice recomposure on the mound. Not really a high leverage situation like he's used to, and just more experience when he goes back to Catholic this fall.
Arguably could consider it high leverage because if you give up something, boy, it makes it really feel insurmountable. Popped up. This is going to go in foul territory. Long run over there. Jack Treat runs out of real estate, and it is a foul ball.
Going to be a hard play for anybody. You know, O'Neill was ranging over as well, and I don't want to say you need those plays because they're difficult, but it would be really nice if you're on the Norwich side to get a nice foul out.
That's in a scary spot where the tarp bag is, towards the side wall, out by the bullpen. Again, he jammed Henriquez, and that is a good sign for Scholes. Just trusting that fastball to sizzle inside and induce that soft contact. Lots of pop-outs because of it. Full count here is another payoff pitch. The offering home is lifted out to left field, a base hit. Jordan Henriquez racing into second, trying to stretch this into a double. He'll cruise in there standing, and it's a leadoff double socked off the bat of Jordan Henriquez. And quickly into the danger zone is Norwich in this top of the ninth.
And you're right, the danger zone indeed. And even if Scholes can pitch to contact, which he's not a contact pitching guy, is definitely a strikeout. But when you find yourself in a situation, you have to go for him at this point.
Here is
especially with no outs.
Polo corners are in. Middle infielders playing back with nobody out. I would imagine potentially a bunt situation coming, and maybe not so fast. He was plunked with ball one, and this will create a double play scenario. Still nobody out, and this is the longest outing for Scholes this summer. And Zach Gitcher will come out of the Norwich dugout. He'll signal for time. He won't go to the pen here. What does this conversation bring about?
It's just to settle Jack Scholes down. He's not been in a lot of situations like this summer. He's essentially just cruised along through everything.
Yeah.
Now this is where the high leverage comes in. You have 2 runners on with no out. You've been wild the last 2 pitches probably. And then you've also allowed a base hit on that third. So settle him back down. Give some more time to, I believe that's Penny down in the bullpen if he were to come in.
That would be a big spot for Kevin Penny. We just welcomed him today to the Rose City. And Tony Venturini makes a slow walk. He wants to break up the powwow congregation on the hill. Jack Scholes trying to fight his way out of a traffic jam. Runners are at first and second. Henriquez with the hustle double. And these have been the moments where Lowell has collected their extra bases. You don't hustle out of the box. You have a single to start the inning. All of a sudden there's some pressure, and that first offering did get away from him. And because of it, Zerpolo was hit. Now you have the force out available, but Park is playing in at third. And the same for Jack Treat at first. Double play is also available. Norwich has turned one of those tonight. I would imagine they would start with trying to remove that lead runner at second. Any means possible. It is Jack Quigley batting in this spot. And now it's a little pickoff move over towards the bag at second base. So Jack Quigley hitting in the spot of Fletcher Waterman. And Quigley is a riser who will make his way over to the University of Maine out of Halifax, Massachusetts. Check that, soon to be sophomore at the University of Maine is Quigley. A number of Maine Black Bears on the roster for Kevin Grabber, and one of those guys receiving all-star consideration, and Kevin Grabber goes to his bat here, trying to add on to their 2-1 lead. Nobody is out in this ninth inning. The 0-1 down the Route 1 Expressway. It's quickly 0-2.
Good recovery from Scholes after Gitch came out of the dugout just to settle him down. He's been really good.
A chance here for Scholes to take care of the pinch hitting Jack Quigley.
Looks like Penny's ready down in the pen if needed.
One of those strikeout scenarios with 2 out, 2 on, and nobody out. Here's the 0-2. Inside, it nearly got him.
Not a bad miss for Scholes. 2 pitches on the outside. Change your sights on the inside.
Quigley did play in that ball game yesterday against the Sea Unicorns at Lil Osher Park. Still a pitcher, favorable count. 1 ball and 2 strikes with Quigley batting right on left, taking inside 2-2. Quigley batting .292 this summer for Lowell. And usually a guy that is in the leadoff spot. He went 1 for 3 yesterday and hits now in 8 straight games. Boy, is he rolling. Here is a 2-2 offering coming home to Quigley. It is taken outside.
Just missed. Scholes not happy about it. 3-2 now. And 1 pitch away from loading the bases.
So Norwich now on the defensive side of a potential bases loaded scenario. This is a scary one. Still nobody out with Jack Quigley batting. On deck is Vander Zowen. Here's the 3-2. There go both base runners. Swing and a miss. And Quigley punches out, but advancing everywhere are the two base runners. To third is Henriquez and Zerpolo at second. Stolen bases 7 and 8 of the night for Lowell.
Got to pull the infield in here. Second and third, one-run game. Looks like everyone's in.
Exactly on the same page as the Norwich coaching staff, and that is what the game calls for. In another spot where you need weak contact or the strikeout, Vander Zowen backed up with ball one. This is another developmental opportunity for Scholes, but you have to like the confidence from Zach Gitcher to keep him out there and try and navigate the journey. It's now 2-0.
I think if it's a walk or any type of reach here from Vander Zowen,
that's it.
It's to Kenny. It's to Penny, excuse me.
There is an open base at first, but it is 2-0 and a hitter's count. Potentially the final batter of the night for Scholes on 2-0. Wave and a miss. Good comeback pitch for Jack.
Although, honestly, I almost take that back. A right-hander on deck is Kerr, and you bring Penny in.
And he's a lefty.
Right. Interesting strategy.
Scholes nearing the end of his line, though, by pitch count, the 2-1. That's off the end of the bat, sliced it foul.
Needs a strikeout. Badly.
Where do you go? 2-2, down and away? Or do you come upstairs?
You got to go up. It's one of the best pitches if you can spot it properly. Right down the middle and right at eye level.
It really looks like a beach ball when you do that. And Scholes is set, and so are we. On 2-2, he went to that high fastball. It's in the air, caught on a line by Bayer. Tagging from third is the base runner. The throw coming home. It is not in time. And Norwich wants to chuck it over to third. He did leave early, and that should be a double play. I'm not so sure Norwich will get the call. RBI sac fly, and the job is done for Lowell. Zach Gitcher will come out of the Norwich dugout to discuss matters.
I really thought he left early by like half a step. I didn't even think it was close, to be honest with you. And Gitch might not even stay in this game.
And to your point, that's a productive out. And it is Lowell in an opportunity where they had to produce a run. They just made contact, and they put it out in the air to left field. And excuse me, John Bureau making that catch out there in left field. And because of it, the Spinners extend their lead to 3-1. And boy, I tell you what, Norwich had their chances tonight. You look in the rearview mirror. You loaded them up 3 times, and when you go 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position, is that a call you want to get? Sure, absolutely. But either way, manufacturing the runs and just finding a way to get the job done. Nothing pretty about that at-bat. Vander Zowen got a pitch you could handle, floated it out to left field, and more times than not, you will produce that sac fly.
It's just execution, and Lowell has done that obviously better than Norwich tonight. But as you mentioned, the opportunities have been there. 11 opportunities to hit in runners. The umpires have not dictated this game as this ball's in Pengel's direction.
It'll be John Bureau. Check that, David Pengel. Boy, that's a risky play, but Norwich able to make it out there. Pengel in the alley in left center field. Spinners tack on insurance, 3-1. Norwich chasing 2. It's the bottom of the 9th when we come back. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. We head to the home half of the 9th inning. Norwich down 3-1 after the RBI sac fly from David Vander Zowen. New pitcher in the ball game for Lowell is the right-hander Josh Bryant. 3 saves to his name this summer. His record locked in at 3-1. 18 innings worked. He'll make his 12th appearance. It's all out of the Lowell bullpen. His ERA locked in at 6. His whip 156. Norwich hoping for a little comeback drama tonight in Norwich. And it'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up. TJ Bayer, Matt Park, and Jackson Powers hoping to lead Norwich to a 9th inning comeback.
Last saw this arm on July 9th in a win against New Britain. 1 inning pitch and just 1 hit and racked up 2 strikeouts. Lowell trying to beat Norwich on back-to-back nights in a home-and-home. It would be a sweep if they can do it. However, the two teams will meet on Wednesday in Lowell, Massachusetts, and then on Saturday we'll be back here at Dodd Stadium for the same matchup.
Boy, 9th inning. How do you change your approach? Obviously has not worked today, despite out-hitting Lowell 10-6. But when we speak about creating offense and manufacturing it, chances have been there. How do you connect and finish the job?
One bat at a time. It's going to start here with TJ Bayer. He's got to hand it off to Matt Park, who's got to hand it off to Jackson Powers. You keep the line going. Looks like Henry Ayers is going to be ready to pinch hit if needed as well, if he gets the chance to do so.
How about that decision to stick with Scholes? I know he surrendered that 1 run in the top of the inning, but I thought he showed some guts there, and he minimized the damage.
He did, and that's a good learning lesson from Scholes. The sac fly is not ideal. However, it's enough to get you out of the inning, and you don't have to
walk
use
in the hit by pitch.
Yeah.
Or what was costly, and certainly a learning opportunity for him. It's ball 1 to TJ Bayer.
Yeah, and you don't use Penny in that situation.
No.
You don't want to introduce him to this, frankly, mess in his first outing.
It would have been some type of cleanup to try and put out. Chopper to third, going to be a tough play. Charging in is Henriquez's throw. It is in time, and the leadoff man is retired in the Norwich 9th inning.
A good start out there by Brian. Just a simple tapper. That was a hard play, though.
2 pitches.
Yeah, Henriquez has been awesome all night, offensively and defensively.
Really good play by him, and he helps spot the first out in this 9th inning. Matt Park will bat. He reached on an infield hit. Unicorns hoping to string something together down to their final 2 outs tonight here on a Monday night. That's on the outside corner, ruled for a strike. Bryant hoping for his 4th save this summer and off to a good start. 3 pitches and already 1 out, and all 3 of them have been right around the bottom of the zone, and because of it, soft contact. Here's the 0-1. In the air, popped behind the seats. 0-2.
The biggest thing I see right now is there's no energy from that dugout downstairs. You see Lowell, they're all up on the fence, and we're up on the fence, but there's no noise. I think that's been a topic of discussion for this team all year is when they're down, can they bring the energy? And so far tonight, that has not been the case.
Working in front is Bryant. 0-2 on Matt Park. The pitch that is just below the zone. And the Unicorns have another life. A ball and 2 strikes on Park. Boy, I tell you what, Bryant has just been dotting the bottom of the zone here in this 9th inning on 1-2. There's the breaking ball, 2-2.
First time he's gone to that in this inning. Just a bunch of 2-seam fastballs and changeup, and goes to the slider. I like that out of Bryant. Just mixes it up, makes hitters honest.
Set up inside is the backstop. The 2-2 home is on the ground to third. Gobbled up by Henriquez, and why not another? It's been a busy day at the hot corner, and Norwich is down to their final out tonight.
They sure are. Back-to-back plays. And he made a diving play earlier that was fantastic. Also part of a backhand play as well earlier in the game. Henriquez is probably the defensive MVP, no doubt.
Here is Jackson Powers, who will step in, hoping to extend the night. Has already extended his hitting streak to 4 games. Continuing that July surge. Popped up on the first pitch. It's Xander Bratsmith on the lip of the outfield grass, moving into the dirt, and that'll do it. Josh Bryant records his 4th save of the summer. A 1-2-3 ninth inning, and the Spinners take the home series and have now spotted win number 17 of the summer. They match Norwich in that department. They take it by a final score of 3-1.
Yeah, just couldn't convert with runners in scoring position. The bases loaded happened 3 times tonight. Not a single run was scored.
We will take our timeout. On the other side, it is the Sea Unicorns post-game wrap-up. Right after this, I'll break it all down and get you ready for some Tuesday night action in the Rose City. Spinners take this one tonight, 3-1. The final score back in a moment. We'll wrap it up right after this.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Dinosaur Place is roaring fun for all ages. Have you ever driven by the Big Dino on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut? Stop in and check out what's behind the fences. Jurassic adventures await you. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
It's the Sea Unicorns Capital Property Group wrap-up here on this Monday night. Spinners win it 3-1. The final score. Adam Plager, Logan Rundy with you, and a real tough go of it here tonight. Spinners take both of the home-and-home series and give them credit. They pitched and played defensively sound baseball tonight to a victory.
Yeah, just that one error from either side tonight, and I think they hit with runners in scoring position. As you saw there in the later stages, just that sac fly was a big difference, and I think it took the wind out of the sails of Norwich, if there was any wind at all.
Let's go back to that first inning. The Spinners offense continuing to roll after a 13-run output last night at LaLasher Park. This time it would be Aiden Driscoll.
Yeah, Driscoll was great all night. He was able to do things defensively I thought was really good in the pitching. For Lowell, accelerated that as well. Being able to put all the phases to the game together. There was only one error on the night. Didn't really matter in the long run. There was no capitalization. You got 11 opportunities with runners in scoring position. Norwich didn't and just didn't capitalize on enough.
Yeah, how about the start tonight from Hayden Schmoller? He had a dance out of traffic. First and second inning, Norwich loaded them up and unproductive in those situations, but give him credit. Really had a battle. Not easy to navigate back-to-back innings, especially your first 2 innings of the night. Not in cruise control, but most importantly, found a way out of it.
Oh, they sure did, and throughout the last 16 innings, the 7 innings last night and the 9, tonight, only 1 run from this Lowell staff, and they've been able to put up double-digit numbers overall, so that's never going to be in your favor. Schmoller was awesome all night with the exception of that 1 run.
Let's go to that one run here tonight for the Norwich offense, and they would strike in the bottom of the fourth inning. And guess who? TJ Bayer, another one of those compact swings to the left side, just lifted it out to left field, and a really nice swing for him.
Yeah, a really nice swing out into left field. Pengel with his speed able to roll around the bases and score, and you just wish David Pengel was on a couple more times tonight, because I thought he could do a lot more on the bases in that ninth inning. If he were to get the opportunity to reach, I thought they would have been really aggressive, stealing bases, maybe being more aggressive than they would be in inning 7 or 8. Just finding a way to get the right guys on at the right times has been the struggle all summer. There's been flashes of it over the last couple of weeks. However, this at-home loss is not the end of the world. There's still 5 more games here on this homestand, but you got to get the job done now on Wednesday to salvage.
So the streak of home victories is snapped at 4. Norwich falling here tonight 3-1, the final score. 2 sack flies are the insurance runs tonight. What'd you see in the approach from Lowell when they did get their men to scoring position?
That's just what it needed to be. Right? Put the ball in the air. That's as simple as it could be. You get the ball 250 feet out in the outfield. It's really hard to throw runners out here in the summer and at this level in general. And being able to do that at an efficient rate, not only once but twice, is just all tip your cap to Lowell.
That RBI sack fly from David Vander Zouen. Bottom of the order, guy in the 7-8 spot of their lineup, getting the job done. And just like you said, a pitch he knew he could handle, and he made sure he got the job. You really liked the game of Jordan Henriquez. Why? What'd you see?
Well, defense turned into offense, right? You've made a couple of plays out in the field, one diving. You made a chopper in that 9th inning as well. That was really pretty. And then he was able to get on a couple of times as well. When you have a guy at third base that's as good as he is at both of those things, he's a winning player.
Speaking of doing winning things, I thought Matt Tabbitt gave Norwich a chance to win, but most importantly, really bounced back.
He bounced back really well. It's exactly what Matt Tabbitt needed to do tonight. It was 100% on the offense for the reason that Lowell was able to be victorious. Matt Tabbitt was great all night. That one run that he was in the game for and involved in was unearned.
Yep.
Being able,
after an error.
Exactly. And that's the other thing. Another error was made. That's 5 errors over 2 nights against these Spinners, and they've taken advantage every single time.
Yeah, it costed them a run, and then they just manufactured their run. Similar scenarios, walk to hit by pitch. Both scenarios for their second and their third run of the game. Don't want to say they gifted them a run, but they didn't make them really have to earn it. They just capitalized on the opportunity.
Yeah, and I thought D'Ambrosio, who's been struggling the last couple outings, he was sharp early. I just didn't think he had it tonight. The fastball was working, but the off-speed stuff got hit hard, and it costed the game. However, I feel as if D'Ambrosio is going to bounce back. He's just that type of guy, and it shouldn't be, though, that there's so much pressure on those arms out of the bullpen to hold a game when you're not hitting with runners in scoring position. They get double-digit opportunities to do so, only converted twice.
We will take our first time out on the Sea Unicorns post-game wrap-up. On the other side, we'll take a look at our DB line. We're feeling electric moment of the game. You don't want to miss it. Great display of defense all night long. And then a look at tomorrow's starting pitcher on the hill and set the table. Nashua Silver Knights will make their way back to Norwich. It's up right after this. The Sea Unicorns post-game wrap-up continues in just a moment.
Own rental property around here, you know how fast tenant calls, repairs, and rent collection can pile up. That's where Capital Property Group comes in. They handle everything: tenant screening, rent collection, maintenance, repairs, and day-to-day property and association management. Whether it's a long-term rental or a short-term property, they make ownership simple and stress-free. You own the property. They handle the headaches. Learn more at mycapitalteam.com. Capital Property Group, simplifying property ownership.
We're really looking forward to the possibility of working together. Absolutely. We believe this could be a great part.
Huge shout out to Bacchus Hospital for partnering with Griswold Middle School to give 8th grade students an unforgettable hands-on experience through Dare to Care. Students explored the critical care unit, emergency department, Lifestar helicopter, and American ambulance while taking part in interactive safety activities like impairment goggles and Stop the Bleed training. These real-world lessons are helping empower our youth to make safe, healthy decisions and learn valuable life-saving skills. From all of us at Griswold Pride, thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, and staff who made this incredible day possible. Together, we're building a safer and stronger community.
Jewett City Savings Bank gives you 2 ways to pay for purchases, while also keeping your accounts and your money secure. Use our contactless debit card or add the card to the mobile wallet on your phone. Both give you a fast, safe, and easy way to check out. To learn more, stop by one of our offices in Eastern Connecticut or visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Back with you here as we wrap things up on our Unicorns post-game wrap-up. Adam Plager, Logan Rundy, as always, he's with us on our post-game coverage. So, Jacob Schrigg, the Stonehill commit out of Post University, really good as a starter. He's allowed just 3 earned runs over 13 innings. You really liked him his last time out against Worcester.
Yeah, really good against Worcester last time out. A huge part of the doubleheader victories. Pitched a really good game. Composure, speed, and accuracy is all you get from Jacob Schrigg.
Should be a lot of fun to watch him get out on the rubber tomorrow. How about we take it back to tonight's DB Lunt feeling electric play of the game. It's a Bryce Miller throw out at first base. Here is how it went down, and it wrapped up that 6th inning.
Yeah, really good. Jack Treat put down a perfect tag as well. Didn't have to do much, just slap it on the base runner in that situation. And a great defensive play, although the one error, really thought the defense was good from both sides.
Yeah, really good display of pitching and defense tonight. Something you're hoping to see continue tomorrow. Must-win game against Nashua, which will be the 40th of the summer for Norwich. Try and snap this 2-game slide against Lowell, who's been really good against Norwich. Nashua, arguably, even better.
Yeah, they've been really awesome against Norwich. That July 4th game was one of the big ones. I thought it was a turning point in Nashua's season. They've been really good ever since, going into last week. And then finding ways to win. The pitching has been great. The offense has been a surprise for Nashua this year as well. And they're catching us at arguably a good time. After a 2-game skid, you cannot go 0-2 to start this homestand.
No, you can't. This is a huge week for Norwich. We'll be right back with you tomorrow night. Same spot, same time. Pre-game coverage, as always. It kicks off at 6 o'clock local time. We can't wait to see you right back here at Dodd Stadium. Final totals tonight. The winning pitcher goes to Grant McCooper. He was really good out of the Lowell bullpen here today. The loss to Alex D'Ambrosio, and the save to Josh Bryant. Final totals tonight. Lowell Spinners, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and the Unicorns 1 run on 10 hits, 1 error. This ball game wrapping up in 2 hours and 54 minutes. We'll see you all back here tomorrow night, 6 o'clock pregame show. First pitch for you, 6:30 local time. For all of our production crew here tonight, Nick DeRue, our broadcast producer and engineer, Evan Olenson and Mark Benway, as always, on our cameras. My broadcast partner, Logan Rundy. I'm Adam Plager saying so long and enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime